You know what I got? Here's what I got Lobos Aggies tonight. Rivalry of enchantment. I get to watch the Lobos and the Aggies and Adam Young and Danny. Who calls it with him? Oh, Russ Bradford. That's what I get. And I think it's a gigantic game for New Mexico tonight and a huge game for New Mexico State as well, but bigger for New Mexico because they're not injured. I was thinking about your question yesterday. Who's it bigger for, Lobos or Aggies? And the answer is yes. But it's bigger for New Mexico because they're not getting anybody back. Do we know anything about Carlton Bragg?
No.
Do we think Carlton Bragg is going to play? But they're full strength, right? For the most part, unless Carlton Bragg doesn't play. That's why it's bigger for the Lobos. Oh, but it's big for all y'all because it's New Mexico and it's your basketball civil war. And it's Thursday and it's rainy and it's chilly and what's up, y'all? Welcome to the opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck, Golden Hoser. Alden's in today. What's up, Alden?
What's up?
How you living? You all right? What's
I'm
up?
doing pretty good.
All right.
Just got back from a New Mexico World Tour this weekend.
Yeah, you hit like Eunice. And, that's Eunice this weekend or what?
Yeah, Eunice and as well.
Where were you last weekend? Clayton or something?
I was in Silver City and Las Vegas. So.
Damn, you're a lucky man. You get frequent driver miles.
Oh, yeah. You already know we got that ProView special going on.
You know where all the Allsups are in this state?
I'm starting to find out a righteous path for all those Allsups.
What's your favorite burrito?
Beef and bean, baby.
I love them all, honestly.
I love them all. I love you all. All right. What's up, dude? You all right?
What it do?
You all right?
I'm good.
What's going on?
Another day.
Oh, that's a big day.
Another
I
dollar.
mean, come on, this just isn't another day. This is Lobos Aggies. This is what you live for, isn't it? I mean, I know it's not like the Nuggets and the Mavericks, but this.
Ooh, Nuggets Rockets.
Yeah, but
last night.
Yeah, well, it was the Mavericks and the what did I watch? Mavericks and somebody last night.
I thought about my question last night too. Like you said, for who is it bigger tonight?
Yeah, I just gave you the answer.
No, I was thinking more just locally. I thought Lobo fans not necessarily lose, like the tires are falling off, but you're definitely going to have a flat and you're going to be driving in a donut if things don't go their way tonight.
It's if Lobos lose tonight, and depending certainly how if they lose. I first of all, I think they're going to win. Okay, I do. If they lose tonight, tomorrow's going to be interesting, right?
It'll be rough.
This is going to be one where this is going to be a hard. Yeah.
So much for expectations. It will be rough.
Yeah, I think it's going to be hard for Lobo fan to digest it. Now, if you'd have won in El Paso the other night, while this is the Aggies, it would have been a little more palatable. But to lose these two with Auburn facing you next in Brooklyn, I think this is going to be a tough one to palate. Now, do you think they're going to win tonight?
No, I'm not as confident as I was on Tuesday.
Yeah, I think they're going to win tonight because I think that they're what they're going to put on the court. I think
should
better,
be the better team right now.
Right, I think they're better right now.
Not 5 in a row.
Right.
Not whatever. Like they should be the better team right now. But it's how quickly can they digest what happened Tuesday night. Facing a good defensive team, I expect Mexico State to defend to that level this evening that UTEP did. So the guard play, the movement on offense, finishing. So I expect them to play well, not as confident as I was, but it was going to be a tight game regardless of Tuesday night's outcome.
I think it's going to be tight as well. The 35-point loss down in Cruces last year is not going to be something that you see again. I just think right now, I think the Lobos are healthier, more complete, and I think they're scoring. Where I don't know that I think, and I know you believe every team that plays the Lobos, and you believe correctly, by the way, they hit their first bunch of shots, and the remedy to your shooting woes is to play New Mexico, and I understand why you feel that way. I've seen nothing out of New Mexico State yet that makes me think, wow, all of a sudden they're going to score. Now, maybe Terrell Brown is getting healthier. They played on Sunday. They have all the way till Thursday. Maybe he's been able to rest and feel better because I think he's the key to New Mexico State tonight. He's got to go off. He's got to score because where else are they getting their right now? And that's why I just feel the Lobos are more complete right now than New Mexico State is. By the end of the season, who do I think is going to be? I always want to see these two play in March, by the way. I always do because we always feel that they're totally different teams in March, right? When they go through a conference schedule, like it would be really, really cool right before conference to watch these two play each other. I know there's no reason for that to happen other than we're all kind of curious who's better at that point, right? But right now I feel like the Lobos are more complete. I think they're better right now.
I agree with that. They should be better right now, and to see just how much you can learn in that quick turnaround from UTEP. It would be fun to see A.J. Harris, Jaquan Lyle, the two Ohio State guys.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they don't get a chance to play against each other, but I know they've been following each other closely since their trek to the state of New Mexico. But it's Carlton Bragg's one to watch, and then, of course, A.J. Harris and Clayton Henry out for New Mexico State. But it's still a game in which I expect that backcourt to make plays in Sean Williams and Brown and Buchanan coming off the bench as well. And then the Lobos to step up because this is still a talented basketball team. And they brought the same aggressiveness on the defensive end, and I think that's what's key for this team is the way they keep attacking offensively, trying to get to the foul line. I do not think it's going to be as big an advantage as it was the other night in UTEP. So the aggressiveness on both ends of the floor.
I guess Carlton, according to Jeff Grammer, is what would you call it, questionable? If UNM hasn't said, according to Jeff's column or Jeff's article, UNM hasn't said whether Carlton Bragg will play against the Aggies. Hurt his knee late in Tuesday's game at UTEP and walked out of the arena with a limp and ice on his knee. I think it's a huge piece of it because all of a sudden I think it's a different team. When you're one big and it's Manigault, it's a lot different than when you're two bigs and it's Manigault and Bragg. A lot different. Not that New Mexico State. This is many years New Mexico State has had bigs, right? I don't think this is a game where you're worried all that much about what they're doing down low, especially the depth of their bigs. But it's fun tonight. It's fun. I want your thoughts on it. 2460610 is the number to get in. 888-922-0610. Your emails will come in. Jeff at 610knml.com. JJ at 610knml.com. JJ _JJ Buck. You should be following him because it's a great follow. On our Facebook page, it's the OD in the AM. Of course, watch us. The show is on ProView Networks. You can watch the simulcast, the video, on ProViewNetworks.com worldwide. Statewide on Comcast Channel 26. You can go to our Facebook page, the OD in the AM. The OD in the AM, and you can watch the show as well. Guest list today, we're going to talk Lobo football coming up at 7:30. Lobos and Air Force out at Dreamstyle Stadium. It'll be Saturday afternoon, second to last game of the season, and it's at home against the really good Air Force team. Tyson Dyer's their punter, and he's up for the Ray Guy Award, which will honor the best punter in America. He's one of the finalists for that. And a really, really interesting story from Australia through Canada to Land of Enchantment and getting married coming up soon. And I think you'll enjoy the conversation with Tyson Dyer. That'll be at 7:30 this morning. 8:30, we'll talk with Jerry Palm from CBSSports.com as we hit really the second to last week of the regular season in college football and take a look at some of the big matchups and get Jerry's thoughts on if this happens, if that happens, what happens. And Jerry's usually dead on with that. So looking forward to have a conversation with Jerry. We'll get into some of the NBA last night. Luka Doncic. Have you heard of him?
I have. He's pretty good.
He's ridiculous.
Big fan.
Yeah, you are. He was great last night. Good game with the Clippers and the Celtics last night with Kawhi and Paul George in the lineup at the same time. It's like it's a big deal. They're on the same team. But every time they're...
Finally, we got to see them on the floor. No load management. The shoulders are good for PG. The leg was good last night. And it was a little comeback victory for the Clippers. The Celtics, must say, mighty impressed with the way that team is playing. The chemistry just wasn't there with Kyrie Irving. I love seeing Kemba Walker on a playoff team. He's a dude that's balled out in Charlotte. He's fitting in nicely. It's a fascinating team because they don't have size, but they still space the floor. They defend you nicely. A fun one last night. But, of course, the only way that game could have ended, Kawhi Leonard blocking Kemba Walker on the game-tying field goal.
We got to find the post-game interview with Kawhi because it is so classic Kawhi, and I think you'll enjoy it a lot. So that's where we are today. We're going to get through the NFL stuff, too. Myles Garrett is appealing his indefinite suspension. Antonio Brown said, I'm sorry, and Bill Belichick has addressed a bunch of that. Jerry Jones has addressed the Colin Kaepernick circus, as he calls it. Le'Veon's done getting needles stuck into him because he's been drug tested 5 times. This is random. 5 times. Does that seem so random to you? Should be that lucky when he plays the lottery, shouldn't he? Instead of just getting pulled out to have blood drawn out of his body. So that's where we are today. We got a ton ton on the table. You can get into the high school stuff if you'd like. 246-0610 is the Quan's Auto Care hotline, 246-0610. Come on in, play radio with us on a Tuesday. No, today's not Tuesday. Today's Thursday.
Yeah.
On a
The other
Thursday morning, thank goodness, on 95.9 FM and AM 6. I'm not good with days. An AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization.
Lobos and Aggies tonight. You can listen to it over on News Radio KKOB. Robert Portnoy, Hunter Green will be live on Albertson's Radio Row at the Pan American Center. 6:30 pregame show, 7 o'clock tip-off on your home for a little basketball on the men's side. 94.5 FM and AM 770 News Radio KKOB. Jeff, JJ, Hoser, Alden, and y'all today. 2460610. Good morning, Tommy. How you living? Hello, Tommy.
Not too bad considering it's raining like crazy, but at least you're not back. I'm not back in Colorado where I moved up 2.5 years ago in snow. That's the thing up there. So.
Yeah, need rain every once in a while. It's this whole water issue. We need that.
Yeah, and as long as it doesn't freeze up and get cold tonight, I think we'll be all right. But maybe on Bell, I think 5 times is a little. I'm 50-50. I think it's a little excessive, but at the same time, you're making millions of dollars, so don't whine about it. But I think they're picking on him a little bit, and I've seen it before.
It feels like it. I mean, they say it's random. They say it's coming up that way, but you know, enough. Like if it's random, max a guy out at 2. If you want to go 3, fine, but then just cross him off your list, take him out of your ping pong ball barrel or whatever it is, and be done with it.
Only if he's under some type of suspicion.
That's
now,
fine.
If they have a suspicion or some type of proof he might be taking him, I understand it, but he's passed 5 times. Leave him alone.
Yeah, and I know we had the marijuana issue, but really we were not testing for marijuana. We're testing for HGH, so that's what the issue is. What are we doing to this guy?
Exactly. I agree with you.
Yeah. All right, we're on the same page. Thanks, Tommy.
No.
All right, see you. Enjoy the rain, by the way. Yeah, where are you on that? I mean, he basically says, I'm done. Like you're not testing me anymore.
It does feel like they're trying to get him for something else.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. 5 times in 10 weeks.
Now, what are they going to do if his name comes up and he says no? I mean, we're going to have a test of the system. And if they really want to test it, then they can. And he's going to say no, right? I mean, it's like if it's random, how many guys do they test a week per team? I mean, if you're going to tell me they test out of 47 guys or 53 guys, and you tell me they test 20, all right, yeah, once every 5.
I don't even think that.
I don't think it is.
That number is high a team. I just wanted to, in passing, I heard maybe just like 40 players.
Throughout the league.
Yeah. Like
40 players throughout the league. There's 30 teams, so that's like 1 point something per team, right? How the hell has he come up 5 times?
It's like they're trying to get him on a little of that marijuana.
All right, but they're testing for HGH here. Like you don't need a blood test to test for marijuana. Urine test is just fine.
Just anything.
Right? I guess
you don't want to get poked.
You don't want to get poked. Quote,
done.
He says, I've had 5 random bloods in 10 weeks, NFL. I'm not doing another after today. Whatever y'all looking for, it obviously ain't there. And I'm not about to keep allowing y'all to stick me with those dirty-ass needles. Find the players who really do that HGH BS and get off me, end quote. So I'm hearing both sides of this. There's part of me that says, you know what, dude? Like, if you got nothing to hide, it's inconvenient. It sucks. They're probably not dirty-ass needles. They're probably, I'm going to guess, they're new sterile needles, if that's your issue. I don't want to get poked any more than you do. It's not fun having a vial of blood drawn out. Like, it's not. There's a side of me that says, if you got nothing to hide, dude, just do your blood test. You keep coming up random. But there's the other side that says, it's not random. I pop up once, twice, it's random. But if you're telling me it's 5, 6, 7 guys a week, 10 guys a week, whatever it is, out of the whole NFL, and I got nailed 5 times. I'm going to buy a lottery ticket, right? Go call my number that many times when I buy a lottery ticket. I don't need to get poked all that time. I don't need you to keep digging into me.
And it's probably really frustrating too for Le'Veon Bell, a guy that probably definitely feels singled out in this instance. Doesn't feel random at all, but he's a player that the last couple of years with the contract at the end, sitting out an entire season,
yes,
there's this kind of narrative about him. He's been fine. Like the dudes that we thought were going to blow everything up, it hasn't been that case. Whether it's Le'Veon Bell and the Jets, even Odell Beckham in Cleveland, like these dudes are just out there going about their business.
It's not like they're winning a bunch either.
No.
And so you figured if you told me they're in these situations, you would have figured there would be some problem, and there's not. You got other guys swinging helmets doing something. We'll get there. But I don't you feel, all right, cap it. Random guy test clean 3 times, just pull his name out of the hat. Don't you think? 2 times, 3 times enough? Why do I got to keep poking the same guy time after time after time? I hear him, and I think I'm on his side. All right, you got your guy, Myles Garrett. He went to New York. He appealed his suspension. He appealed his suspension citing precedent. And we all said, well, there is no precedent for this. Well, there is, but there is not, right? There was another, and we saw the whole issue back in, 2013? It was a preseason game, right? And there was a helmet that was swung, and at Richie Incognito it missed. And the penalty in that situation was missed the final 2 preseason games, which is kind of like a reward, and one regular season game. Do you feel that's, because I don't feel that's precedent. Do you feel that's precedent? He swung the helmet, missed.
I don't feel it's precedent. I feel it's just the one time they had to deal with it, that in recent memory, which we're going back to, which in the appeals process, you're going to look for things to bring to the table. I still think this is 6 games. And
you and I are on the same place.
I think he did to the season, and it's a step forward. It's with anything we've seen in the NFL. It doesn't matter what they've done. Things have changed over the last few years with penalties across the board.
Yeah. First of all, when Antonio Smith swung that helmet, he didn't hit. Now, he certainly had the intent to hit Richie Incognito, and Richie Incognito got out of the way. But I do think there's a difference if you strike. Now, I hear the conversation. It doesn't matter, Jeff. Antonio Smith had the same intent to hit Richie Incognito. He just missed. Myles Garrett had the same intent to hit Mason Rudolph, and he connected. Okay. But yeah, to me, you do get more when you hit a guy in the head, whether and it happened to be a quarterback and it happened to be on a national game. Now, his defense should have been, come on, man, I hit him with the soft side. I was just trying to put his helmet back on his head because he didn't really hit him with the hard part of the hat. Not that it matters, but that should have been his defense. I'm with you. I think it's 6 games, and I think the NFL probably needs to take the indefinite off and make it definite, and I think that's probably going to be the result of this hearing. But I think 6 games is probably the number where they're going to land, and I think that's where I'm comfortable with it as well. And I keep hearing, well, he's got no track record. Well, he kind of does. He kind of does. And here's the deal with these things. You've got to make the precedent. You've got to make the penalty serious enough that when someone else considers doing it, they won't. Right? You've got to make the penalty. If it's like this thing with the Astros. People are telling me, well, they may lose a couple of draft picks and they may lose their international pick and they may get fined a couple million. All right, is a couple of draft picks and a couple $1 million, whatever, worth getting a world championship? Yeah, right? Everybody's going to tell you yes, so is that enough of a deterrent? Is 6 games without pay going to be enough of a deterrent to keep another guy from ripping a guy's helmet off and hit him in the head with it, right? And that's what, to me, that's how you have to think about it.
Yeah, it's the way you have to think about it, but I also... Initially, I know there's some conversation of it has to be so severe that it's not going to happen again. I don't think, though, there's a lot of dudes that would look at this and go, only got 4 games, I'm going to swing my helmet now.
No, I don't think anybody goes out to do that.
It's few and far between. I just think ultimately with everything that's gone on will stay at 6 games, and Pouncey maybe gets it just to 2, but I think that stays 3 as well.
On the Pouncey thing, and all the power to him for defending his quarterback, right? And again, I'll go back to Sandra Bullock. Michael, protect your quarterback.
They did.
Protect your quarterback, Michael, right? I mean, that's an offensive line's job. And he did. You can't kick a guy.
It's with all these. You saw Mason Rudolph yesterday kind of like going over that awkward prepared statement about everything.
I didn't see it, actually.
It was weird. It was like blink twice if you're okay type of thing. It felt like
please pan left, pan right, what's on the side of the camera? Yeah.
It's just everyone has to take accountability for this situation, realize how bad it was, and move on.
Has Mason Rudolph been fined?
We heard it was going to happen, but I don't know if he's got the envelope.
I heard it was going to happen too. Mason Rudolph should be fined X number of dollars, and I don't know if that's $50,000, $100,000. I don't know what Mason Rudolph makes, but Mason Rudolph is also complicit in this situation. He's not the innocent bystander that he wanted to be when he raised his palms to the sky and was looking for help when he got hit in the head and then got shoved to the ground. Now, he's not the guy who hit somebody in the head with a helmet, but he's not the innocent bystander. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. When we come back, Tyson Dyer is going to be with us. He's up for the Ray Guy Award. That's for the best punter in college football. We'll talk to him when we come back on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sports Animal time is now 7:26. Time to take another look at here this morning's commute. It looks like earlier accident on the ramp from eastbound Paseo to southbound I-25. That was blocking the right lane. That has moved over onto the right shoulder now. Still active, but things should start flowing a little bit better there. Also still active from earlier is southbound on I-25 near Jefferson. That is blocking the left lane and shoulder, and also blocking the left shoulder on the northbound side of I-25. If you see an accident, make sure and give us a call on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. I'm Josue with your Sports Animal Traffic.
There's a new home for Lobo Talk, and you're listening to it.
Lobo Talk. I'm your host, Robert Portnoy.
Catch the voice of the Lobos, Robert Portnoy, right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Every week as he talks with Lobo coaches, players, and more. Lobo Talk, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, Protect My Car is announcing a low-cost extended service plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay nothing for auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay nothing for auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-805-1867 now. Drivers who are covered by Protect My Car will not have to pay for a covered repair bill again. This auto coverage is at an all-time low, much lower than what dealerships are charging. Additionally, drivers who activate this auto coverage today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and free car rental at no additional cost. Call Protect My Car for your free quick quote today. 800-805-1867. 800-805-1867. What do you have to lose? Again, 800-805-1867.
Psst. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Holiday Inn Express wants to let you in on a little secret. Members can now get up to 25% off at holidayinexpress.com during our cyber sale. We'll even throw in free breakfast. Just kidding. Breakfast is always included in your stay at Holiday Inn Express. Book now and save at holidayinexpress.com. Terms apply.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. If the insurance companies treated you fair after you've been in an accident, we wouldn't be in business. They have teams of adjusters, investigators, and attorneys that are all working against you and want to pay you as little as possible for your injuries. When we call, the insurance companies listen. We'll fight hard to get you all the money you deserve and to keep you out of the courtroom. Don't settle for less. Call Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys today at 544-4444. The call and the advice are free.
Can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Insurance Research Council, July 2014.
In a world where corporate garage door companies are charging you too much for too little,
They quoted us for how much? We can't afford this!
comes a garage door company that puts the customer first.
Is there anyone else we can call, movie voice guy?
Call Rio Rancho Garage Door.
Rio Rancho Garage Door is the best in the business, serving Rio Rancho and Albuquerque for almost 20 years. They always put you before the bottom line. Always. Have a problem with your garage door? Call Rio Rancho Garage Door today at 89-1-1770 or at RioRanchoGarageDoor.com.
Hi, I'm Jillian Sabatini, a licensed real estate broker in Albuquerque with Double Eagle Real Estate, a locally owned family business. Is your growing family needing more space, or are you ready to explore a new neighborhood? Whether you're buying or selling a home, I can help you get the best deal possible. I am always available to do a free market analysis and discuss with you how I can get your home sold. I know there are a lot of realtors out there, but I hope you'll give me the opportunity and give me a call at 883-1414 or 350-4118. Double Eagle Real Estate is a proud supporter of Lobo Athletics.
Don't miss Kohl's Friends and Family Sale. Take an extra 25% off. Save on family jammies, women's sweaters, $22.50 and under, and save on select kitchen electrics. Plus, snap a free picture with Santa at Kohl's this Sunday from 1 to 3 and get a free gift. You'll find new gifts at every turn this holiday at Kohl's. Select styles, 25% offer valid November 20th through 24th with promo code FRIENDS. Some exclusions apply. One gift per child while supplies last. See store or Kohls.com for details.
The Jim Rome Show. Up next at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Lobo football back at Dream Style Stadium Saturday afternoon at noon. UNM Air Force. Get out there. You can listen to the game over on News Radio KKOB. Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal. For the second time in 3 seasons, UNM football has a punter who is a semifinalist for the Ray Guy Award. The Ray Guy Award recognized the best college punter in the nation. And the guy who was last nominated is in the NFL. He's Corey Bojorquez, and he's the starting punter for the Buffalo Bills. I say starting punters if like the NFL, they carry like 4 of them, which they don't. The one you got here is really good, and he's right now 12th nationally in gross punts. But what really matters are the stats like punts inside the 20, and he leads the nation in percentage of punts inside the 20. 62% of his punts are inside the 20-yard line. He's got 31 punts like that, and he joins us this morning on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. He is Tyson Dyer. Good morning, Tyson. How you living?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on.
We appreciate you spending some time with us early in the morning. First off, congratulations. Semifinalist for a guy who's probably been, I think you've been doing this for, 3 years? You just figured this thing out as a way to get to the States and get to college? 3 years you've been punting?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've been kicking a ball since I was 5 years old, but I've been punting for only 3 years.
Yeah. How do you figure it out? I understand your path from Australia, and you were up in Canada and couldn't get a visa to get into the States, and figured, all right, let me figure out how to kick this thing, and maybe I can play college football.
Yeah, just trying to find a way into the States, and I was fortunate enough to connect with my punting coach when I was in San Diego, who helped me out a whole lot. I went to a junior college and then got recruited out here to New Mexico.
Palomar College in San Diego, and now here you are punting a ball as a junior on the Ray Guy list, and I got to believe it's in your mind maybe you can punt a football and make a living, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's the ultimate goal. I mean, if I can get paid to kick a football, why not? But at the same time, I'm focused on getting my MBA next year, so yeah.
Tyson, we've seen it over pretty much the last decade, just the influx of punters across the game, from Australia. What is it growing up? Is it Aussie rules? Is it rugby that translates so well once guys get over here?
Yeah, I believe it's mostly Australian rules football. I grew up, like I said, kicking a football since I was 5 years old. And, Australian rules football, we basically pass the ball with our feet. So I guess compared to most Americans who grew up throwing a ball, we do have that sort of advantage.
And a lot of people around here learned about it because Hugh Greenwood is a standout basketball player. He went back home. He's playing Aussie rules football. What is it like playing Aussie rules football, experiencing that, and watching a game compared to what you do now with the helmet and shoulder pads?
Yeah, so Australian rules football is pretty fast paced, and it's also, to be honest, pretty brutal. There's a lot of contact, a lot of tackling. So I do miss that sort of aspect of physicality. But at the same time, if I can go out on a field for 3 minutes in a game and help the team that way, I guess adjusting to the helmets and pads took a while, but I'm enjoying American football as well. It's a good change-up.
He's Tyson Dyer, the Lobo punter. The American football game is physical as well, right? I mean, you could find a spot at 6'2" and almost 200 pounds. You could probably find a spot to go out and be physical if you miss it that much.
Yeah, I honestly have thought about it, especially, at practice, seeing a lot of guys, getting hit and, getting involved in the physical aspect of the game. But I guess probably not worth the risk to go out and get hurt, and then that way I can't punt. But I guess I did have one opportunity against Notre Dame to run for a first down, and luckily I made it. And, I took a bit of a lick there, and, once I was on the ground, I kind of embraced that moment. It sort of took me back a little bit.
Yeah, getting hit hurts. Remember that part of it? Yeah. What position would you play if you wanted to do something besides punt or in addition to punt? What would you tell coach you wanted to do? What could you do?
So me and the specialist do sort of joke about this because I guess from Australian rules football, I do have a good set of hands on me. So I was thinking maybe a shorter tight end. But, I have massive respect for the guys that are out here, and I think if it really came down to it, especially the guys that have been doing this since they were young, I probably wouldn't even be able to stack up.
Yeah, word is they're down to 57 scholarship athletes. They might need you at some point in the next couple of weeks to go out and catch a ball or throw a block or something, and then go punt.
Well, to be honest, I'm happy to help the team any way I can, so if they want to throw me in there, I'm happy.
Beautiful. He's Tyson Dyer, Lobo punter. He's with us. All right, so there's the road here is fascinating to me, right? So from what I understand, your girlfriend, now fiance, you met her in Australia, and that's why it was so important to you to get into the States. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, and so you go up to Canada because you could get into Canada. How did you talk about your road? I know you went to Palomar College. How did you hook up with the coach who got you down there? And because you kind of figured, all right, if I go to college, then I can get into the States and I'm good and we can start.
Yeah. So when I met Sarah, my fiance, I was working as a mechanic at the time, and it was just the visa process was just a little bit tricky to get into the United States. So I figured I'll go to Canada and just enjoy an experience of traveling while being closer to Sarah. And then when I was in Canada, I noticed a lot of Australian punters, in college football and in the NFL. And I figured I'd be able to do that, kick it as far as they can. But I thought I was ineligible. I thought I was too old. But once I got back home, I made a few contacts. They said I'll be fine as long as I go to a junior college and get my associate's degree to become eligible to transfer. So I looked at a couple of schools in San Diego, sent out a couple of tapes of me kicking the ball, and fortunately Palomar said, "Come on down, we'll see what you got." And took me about a year to practice, and then I got on a plane and headed out to San Diego.
It's beautiful. Tyson Dyer's with us for a few more minutes.
Tyson, with your brother punting at Louisiana Tech, you in the game now, did you guys ever think that this would be something in your lives when you were growing up?
Definitely not, no. I think it was a good thing for me to go through the process that I did to kind of make it easier for my brother to able to just come in for 2 years at Louisiana Tech And he also found himself an American girl. So I think my experience has kind of helped him with that. But, you know, when I'm at Notre Dame playing in front of 80,000 people, it's definitely a surreal experience. Definitely wouldn't have thought about this 5 years ago. So, it's definitely pretty cool.
Well, you've entrenched yourself, and now you're a New Mexican. Go ahead and tell JJ how you proposed to Sarah.
All right, so I decided to probably do it in the most New Mexican way possible. I figured that the Balloon Fiesta was a beautiful event, and just as far as our relationship goes, it's not your traditional relationship. So I knew I couldn't propose in a normal way. So I was contacted with a guy who flies balloons out here, who really helped us out, and got up in a balloon. Waited till we were about to descend, and then got down on one knee.
And while you were in the balloon, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess she had nowhere to go. She had to say yes. So when are you getting married, man? Congratulations, by the way. Congratulations. That's really cool. When are you getting married?
So we're thinking about around mid-year in 2021.
Yeah, that's really cool because you got another year here, and I'm assuming you're going to be here for your senior year, right? Is that the plan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's really cool. And then the other thing is, and you talked about being a mechanic up in Canada. It sounds like everybody comes to you. How did you get that skill? Because it sounds like that's one of those, the cars and being able to fix. It sounds like you fix everything from locks to transmissions.
Yeah. So my dad's a mechanic. I grew up around cars, and then once I got out of high school, I did a 4-year apprenticeship in Australia. So I'm a certified mechanic in Australia, and then when I went to Canada, I just had to take a few tests to get certified in Canada as well. So,
nice.
That's a skill I've always had, and I think now it's kind of used as some of my teammates that need help. And I'm out in the parking lot fixing cars as well.
I bet you're out there as much as you are on the field, huh? Everybody's got a problem with their car when you're in college. Always.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm happy to help students that are probably not financially stable, so any way I can help a team, I'm glad to do it.
I'm going to call you the most valuable player on that team. Seriously, you probably bail guys out of more situations on and off the field than anybody else, wouldn't you say?
Well, yeah, definitely off the field. Yeah, like I said, I'm happy to help them, and the guys are pretty good about
really
it.
Cool.
So yeah.
So is it Old Man Dyer around the team? How do the guys treat you?
Just being, probably 7 years older than most of the players, I do sort of see myself as someone's uncle or, but, I think that hopefully that helps the guys in certain situations that, need a bit of advisement or, support.
It's invaluable to have you around, I'm sure. Hey, let's do this again. Great conversation. Enjoy the rest of the season, and best of luck. Congratulations on all the success. Semifinals for the Ray Guy Award, and good luck when all that comes out. Keep doing what you're doing. Congratulations on your engagement. Sounds like great things are happening for Tyson Dyer, and we appreciate you spending a few minutes with us.
Great. Thanks for having me on.
Take care. He's Tyson Dyer. How about that? Isn't that a cool story? He met his American girlfriend in Australia and wanted to find a way to get here, and went through Canada, and why not kick a football? And he does it really well. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sports Animal time is now 7:42. Let's take another look at Thursday morning's commute. This report is...
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring...
All right, I enjoyed that. I hope you did too. Tyson Dyer. Didn't talk a lot of football, did we? You all right with that?
I'm good with it.
I am too. I am too. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Hoser, and Alden in for you today. Producing for you on the ProView Networks. He, the States traveler. I would say world traveler. You should get frequent driver mileage. Like if you got to go to Las Vegas and Silver City and then to Clovis and then to Eunice and then to, like, you should get frequent Allsups miles or something, shouldn't you? Speedway, whoever.
You got to have that little card.
Yeah. Yeah, his little head bouncing
Speedway
up and
points.
down. Yeah.
You know, yeah, get a
Allsups points.
You got to at least get a free 44 ounce, you know,
Something.
for the road, a
At least
burrito.
you didn't say 40.
Yeah.
Let's do something very different. Yeah, burrito. Something, right? Hoser, what do you think of Tyson Dyer?
You know, I think the skill of being able to work on cars, man, that is a valuable skill, man.
Yeah, it makes you pretty popular with your teammates, I'm imagining, because very few of them have a brand new car with a bumper to bumper
that was a
warranty.
great point. Yeah.
No, it's right. You know, in college you
we've
get a
all
car
been
with
there.
Yeah,
We've
some of us
all-
still are.
Yeah.
What?
You're always drawn to sports. I thought I was going to be a mechanic, and here I am talking about sports.
Yep, and he figured out a
Just
punt.
don't want to turn a wrench on minivans.
Yeah.
More power to everyone that does that.
I agree with you. All right, 246-0610, 888-922-0610. Come on in, and you can respond to what you heard. You can get in on Lobos and Aggies tonight down at the Pan Am Center. I do not have a update for you on Carlton Bragg. Wish I did. Last we heard, we don't know, right? We just don't know if he's going to play tonight.
Questionable.
So, and he got hurt earlier in the year, right? I don't know if it's the same.
Yeah,
knee,
and
but
he
remember, I
came
remember
back
he
in
went
that
out,
game,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it was the first game of the season?
First or second game
that's
of the
right.
season, yeah.
Yeah, he went down, tweaked his ankle, knee, whatever it was, but he came back and he played in the second half.
Yeah, and he came back. If he's not there, that means what tonight?
See, probably a little different role out of Vance or Malawatch. Maybe ask them to body up for a few minutes. And
Vance moved to
you
the
just
4?
Keep your fingers crossed that Corey stays out of foul trouble. Because when you think about it, it's the same lineup, just with Corey in for Bragg.
Yeah, but you can't double big, and you don't, and you can't give him a break.
Yeah, so it's when you go small, probably gonna have to zone up, try to play a little up tempo, get out in transition, and really it's Corey has to stay out of foul trouble. If he gets in foul trouble, then it's gonna be a long night inside.
I think that's right. And now this isn't an Aggie team that's got Eli Chua, right? And Aura Kachea evidently is still hurt. They don't have a ton of bigs. I mean, McCants. I don't consider to be a physical big.
and McCants.
Yeah,
are the dudes that you're worried about.
Yeah, and you're talking 6'8", 6'7". So this isn't that daunting Aggie size that in some cases they've had in the past. They've had some real good big athletic bigs in the past. I mean, you can go to Pascal Siakam, right, and Shua, and I mean, you guys who really, really, really gave you trouble.
Well, and they're just different styles as well. With Pascal, even with early in his career, he's still such an athletic force and all over the court. With Orkoche and McCants, these are just guys that are going to stay inside for the most part, do work around the basket. So if Bragg is playing, you match up those two versus Bragg and Mangold.
And that's where I give New Mexico the advantage. That's why I say tonight, if Bragg is healthy, or if he's playing, and if he's playing, I'm going to imagine he's healthy. I think New Mexico right now, with Terrell Brown not playing full strength, with A.J. Harris not there for New Mexico State, that's why I think the Lobos right now are better. That's why I think they win the game tonight. But that's why I always say I'd love to see these two teams play one game late. It would be great if they were league opponents, right? And played that like Duke and North Carolina play that last game of the year, their last
in the final weeks, just to see. You never know. Sometimes maybe it's, at that point in the season you're without a player, but it just hit.
But you are who you are by then.
Yeah,
right?
It just hit the Aggies really hard with those two, Henry and Harris, that are out due to surgery. As we were talking with Chris Jans about it yesterday, and I still think this is going to be a really good game. Like the Lobos should right now be more talented, but in Cruces, with the way the Lobos played on Tuesday night, it's going to be close.
Yeah. All right. What are your thoughts on New Mexico State tonight? They're going to do it down at the Pan Am Center. Are you going? Should I go? I just got that opportunity. Jump in a car and go.
Let's go.
I could sleep on the way back, maybe. I don't know. Will you pick up my kid at 4? Feed her?
I'm going to pick up my kid.
Well, okay. Then Addie can watch Austin.
Just pull them all out of school. And
she's great. She's certified babysitter. Ooh. Yeah, she took the class and everything. I'm just saying, dude. And I'll tell you what, if you utilize her, I'll pay her tonight. You don't even have to pay her. I'll pay her.
Getting even better.
505-246-0610. Come on in and do some radio with us. Lobos and Aggies. You can get in the NFL stuff as well. What you heard from Tyson Dyer, what you saw in the NBA last night, or even Charles Barkley. I don't do that, but if I did. 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Here's a new home for Lobo Talk, and you're listening to it.
Lobo Talk. I'm your host, Robert Portnoy.
Catch the voice of the Lobos, Robert Portnoy, right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Every week as he talks with Lobo coaches, players, and more. Lobo Talk, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Has your car been blindsided? Make the right call to Quan's Auto Body. With our certified collision repair and top quality customer service, you'll be sure to score with this decision. With 39 years of local experience, Quan's Auto Body is the only choice you should ever need when it comes to choosing an auto body shop. Come and see the guys who make it better at any of our 3 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Quan's Auto Body. We make it better. Visit quans.com.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. When you're hurt in a car wreck, time matters. The amount of time it takes you to call for help, the amount of time it takes you to get medical treatment, and the amount of time it takes you to call an attorney can all affect the value of your case. We have a team of professionals and a network of experts who are waiting to begin working on your case the moment you call. The faster you call us, the faster we can get you all the money you deserve. In a wreck, need a check? Call Little Rowe Injury Attorney today at 544-4444. We're available 24/7.
Rowe can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Insurance Research Council, July 2014.
It is Christmas in November at Ridge Ford, and we've brought in some fantastic trades over the last several weeks, and they're all safety certified by Ridge Ford Master Technicians and ready for you to take a test drive. They come with a 2-year, 100,000-mile warranty, whichever comes first, and again, they've been safety certified by Ridge Ford Master Technicians. Dennis, we start as low as $99.95.
And you can get a Kia Optima for $99.95. It's an EX 4-door sedan. A 2013 Mini Cooper, $13,995. How about a Jeep Renegade for $16,995? A Ford Escape for only $17,995. A 17 Jeep Cherokee for only $19,495. It's a Latitude 4-door. A 13 model Subaru BRZ. Fantastic low price on this one. A 15 Toyota Camry, $16,995. It's an LE 4-door. An 11 Jeep Wrangler for only $19,995.
It's Christmas in November at Ridge Ford, and your first stop and last stop will be at the super corner of Lomas and Wyoming Northeast, where we have instant financing and instant delivery. Rich-Ford.com, and we're open Sunday.
Our firefighters and police are the best, and now they're going to find out who's the best.
In the ring.
Isleta Resort and Casino presents the Brawl on the Boss Game Saturday, December 7th in the all-new Isleta Casino showroom.
The area's toughest cops take on our courageous firefighters.
With proceeds going to 1082, helping public servants in times of need. Get authentic tickets at the Isleta box office or Isleta.com.
Brawl on the Bosque.
2. Saturday, December 7th at Isleta Resort and Casino, where the fun begins.
In a world where corporate garage door companies are charging you too much for too little,
They quoted us for how much? We can't afford this!
comes a garage door company that puts the customer first.
Is there anyone else we can call, movie voice guy?
Call Rio Rancho Garage Door.
Rio Rancho Garage Door is the best in the business, serving Rio Rancho and Albuquerque for almost 20 years. They always put you before the bottom line, always. Have a problem with your garage door? Call Rio Rancho Garage Door today at 891-1770 or at RioRanchoGarageDoor.com.
Don't miss Kohl's Friends and Family Sale. Take an extra 25% off. Save on family jammies, women's sweaters, $22.50 and under, and save on select kitchen electrics. Plus, snap a free picture with Santa at Kohl's this Sunday from 1 to 3 and get a free gift. You'll find new gifts at every turn this holiday at Kohl's. Select styles, 25% offer valid November 20th through 24th with promo code FRIENDS. Some exclusions apply. One gift per child while supplies last. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Why wait for Black Friday prices? Get them today at the Home Depot. Up to 40% off appliance special buys. But why stop there? You'll also get an extra $50 in instant savings on any Samsung top-load laundry pair. If you're ready to clean up on Samsung laundry, the only place you should stop is here. Black Friday savings. Early. Now at the Home Depot. More saving. More doing. U.S. only while supplies last. Gas dry extra. See store for details. Valid through December 5th.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, 610 KNML Albuquerque, the sports animal.
Yeah. Say it. Say it the right way. Aurucoseya. That's how Jack Nixon says it. Ivan Aurucoseya. What? Why are you looking at me like that? It's a gentleman's name.
Jalapeno.
What?
Jalapeno.
Jalapenos. Aurucoseya. Lobos and Aggies tonight. What say you? 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. It's the opening drive. Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck, Josue, and Alden is here for you today. There he is right there. Say hello to Alden. Alden in his old school Bronco shirt and his brand new ProView Networks hat that they all share. It's like the uniform. Here, who's working on Tuesday? Here's the hat. I leave it here with we leave it here with the equipment. It's like there it is for you. Yes. You got Lobos and Aggies tonight. If you want to get in on that, Tyson Dyer was just with us. If you want to go there, we got the NFL
Punter Factory, man.
It is a punter factory. By the way,
Special Teams Factory, the University of New Mexico.
Jason Sanders, Corey Bojorquez.
Bojorquez.
Yeah. All right. Bojorquez. And we have football tonight, by the way. Did you know that? We have the Colts and Texans tonight. National Football League Thursday Night Football. Boy, last time you saw Thursday Night Football, you heard about a guy swinging his helmet.
It was wild.
Yeah, and when the Colts and Texans gets together, you can
tune in to see what happens tonight.
That's right. That'll be here for you. Our coverage will start at 6 o'clock here on your home for the National Football League, the sports animal. All right. Will you tell me what I watched out of Luka Doncic last night? Because a 35-point triple-double, and the man played 25 minutes of basketball.
The Golden State Warriors. Well, you still cannot name four of their five starting players.
No idea.
Outside of Draymond Green.
None.
You watched a dude that is ascending into stardom.
Superstar.
Not superstar.
No?
That's still exclusive. We use that way too.
Who's in that realm?
Like throwing out, oh, that was great. Oh, he's great. Superstar is still exclusive.
Who's in the superstar realm?
Right now, you're still looking at LeBron.
And Kawhi, that's it?
Leonard. KD, when he's healthy.
And then when he plays?
I think Giannis is close. Like, the superstardom
Luka's
is
not close to that?
Luka's not a superstar.
I didn't know what to expect in the game.
What is Kawhi saying about right now?
I wanted to win.
This is Kawhi.
A work in progress. Are there any players in particular
I don't think he knows.
Particularly comfortable with on the court?
Down.
Yeah, we got to turn that audio down. Yeah. He's not. I'm not mad at you. It's him.
No, we were just.
Thanks. Sorry about that.
I don't know. Lance wanted to hear that. 505-246-0610. Hello, Lance.
It is the superstar Kawhi Leonard, though.
By the way, Lance, Brandon Vogt came in yesterday. Asked if you had called yet. I said you did, and you hung up on us because you thought I was going to hang up on you. So.
Your hand's on the red button right now.
It is.
You know
it is.
It has to be.
It always is.
Hey, if you're I love the punter. I just love the whole thing about him and everything. It's such a diverse station. Again, see what I mean? Like, you got a guy from Australia on there. But if you win the Ray Guy Award, you know, when you get up there, it's like you say, thanks for the defense for giving me opportunities to punt the ball, you know, and just, you know, I mean, it's a hard award to accept. Like,
thank
you
my
know,
offense
because
for
your
giving me a lot
defense
of
like puts you
opportunities
out
to
there so
punt.
much. But anyway,
Yeah.
I digress on the subject sometimes. And at least Hoshway filled me in at the Lobos at least get a stay down there. And I suggest to anybody going down there, don't go by yourself. Take two of you. Share the drive. It is so boring and going down into the dregs of society down in Aggie land down there for 1 week. I got to say that. I know how much I love every team here. You know, and two, the fans aren't as upset as Forrest Gump thought yesterday. I mean, I wasn't upset about the Lobos losing the game. I was just upset about, dang, free throws are just frustrating. You know, that's all. None of us trashed the Lobos yesterday. That guy called in like we're, you know, chaotic about the whole situation, and that's not true at all. And how would you be like Jonas Villanucci's, I believe is his name, from the Toronto Raptors? He played most of the season up to the trading deadline. They traded the guy. Okay, Drake gets a ring.
What is it?
Drake.
Yeah.
He gets a ring.
Valanciunas
This
did
guy
it?
don't even get a ring.
Oh, that ain't
Yet
right.
he helped him with all those wins. Okay,
Drake
but
did?
and the last thing I have to say
You
is
think that's right?
I heard an ad on your station.
He made himself one.
Are you still there?
Yeah.
I know the red button's on. An ad on your station, and these people to study alcohol behavior. They pay you $440, and you get 12 sessions of free beer. I mean, that's fantastic.
Have you
I
signed
wanted
up
to have
yet?
a designated driver. It's snowing up here, though.
They
That's
call
why
it
I
Uber.
can't drive down and do that. But that's a great ad you have. God bless you guys. Have a good day from Sports Animal Land.
See you, Lance.
He has all the free horses he needs.
So you're gonna give me all the free booze because you drive me home? No. Can you get an Uber? Like call your ride share for crying out loud. We usually have a dang code for that anyway, don't we?
You're slumped over a horse, you still get in trouble.
That's a good question. Is that
Lance.
It's not a motor vehicle. Hello, Edward.
Thank you. I thoroughly enjoyed Lance's call. Thank you, Lance, for sharing, an eclectic mix of takes. Always good. So thank you. Hey, it's Cowboy Patriot Week. The pick's been percolating and coagulating all week. I'm not ready to unleash it. I actually may stay away from it because I think it's going to be a field goal game either way. But let me share a few things with you. One, do you know what Tom Brady and Julian Edelman's record is at home when they versus the AFC? 42 consecutive wins.
If I'm your boss, I'm really, really, really concerned, and I'm studying your internet, your website patterns at work. I'm having my IT guy look into your. But that's just me.
I am an income generator, my friends. 42-0 versus the AFC. I don't think they've ever lost when Thomas Edward Brady and Julian Edelman suit up at home. I think they're undefeated overall. You know how many straight home games the New England Patriots have won?
18.
20, if you count the two playoff victories.
I don't count those. The 18 regular season games. Look at that. That was right, by the way.
Just
I
like my
would say
animus
that makes me
Panthers.
right.
You know what? You're tragically brilliant and painfully accurate today, Jeff, and devastatingly handsome. So I don't know what's going to transpire. I think this game's going to say a lot about both teams. I think the signature win for both teams, ironically enough, is against the Philadelphia Eagles this year, right?
What does that say?
I don't know what that says. I know the Patriots beat Buffalo, who's 7-3, I believe, and they also beat a Steelers team that isn't bad. The Cowboys have 2 wins outside of division, one against the Miami Dolphins and 2 against the Detroit Lions, who played their backup quarterback.
No, they also played the Jets. Oh, they lost to the Jets. Yeah.
Indeed, they did. So we're going to find out a lot. Now, the Twitter wire says that both Sanu has a leg injury because they put him back to return punts last week, which I hate. And secondarily, Dorsett got a headshot, and he's in concussion protocol. So if they're in need of a 5'10" Caucasian receiver that's really handsome,
they got one.
I'm available this weekend.
Yeah, they got one.
Pre-Thanksgiving.
All right.
But I'll unleash the picks. I'm going to stay away from the Thursday night pick tonight because it's just there's too much going on. But I thought I'd share a few stats with you this morning.
Appreciate the stats. Enjoy
Indeed.
your rainy Thursday.
Great day, guys.
Good eye. Aren't you, if you're his boss, aren't you asking your IT guy to check his internet habits while he's on the clock?
It's like, why has this guy downloaded so many photos of Tom Brady?
Yes. I would alert
What if he's
the FBI.
doing it on his phone, though?
What if?
Maybe he's doing it on
Maybe
his
he is.
phone, yeah.
I would alert
company Wi-Fi.
Yeah, company Wi-Fi.
Oh.
I'd alert the FBI and make sure that there's security detail on Tommy. Seriously.
Like, we're running out of storage. You need to delete some of these Tom Brady photos.
I mean, honestly. And why is our Wi-Fi slow? And poor Sally in the lunchroom can't download a picture of her kid because Edward's got Tom Brady everywhere. I'm a little concerned about the whole thing. All right, 505-246-0610. Jerry Palm's going to be with us at the bottom of the hour. We'll talk college football with him at 8:30. As you well know, it's holiday season. 1 week from today, we're all grubbing and watching football. Thanksgiving. Yeah. Holiday times, you maybe spend a lot of time away from the house. Company parties, holiday events, maybe you're traveling. An empty house is a target for thieves. An International Protective Service, IPS, a security company that I trust to watch my home, is a company that provides security officers trained to protect your home when you can't be there. They'll patrol your neighborhood, give your home that lived-in look, get the mail, pick up the garbage cans, and take them to the curb and back on garbage day, pick up your newspaper if you have one, and if your alarm goes off, IPS responds with a trained, armed security officer within 5 to 7 minutes. Police may take up to hours just to show up. Bad guys work overtime during the holidays. So does IPS. Put them to work for you so your home is not an easy target. Their job is to stop a home break-in before it happens. And if you own a business, you want to take some time off, not worry about your business during the holidays, call IPS and let them protect what you've worked so hard and so long to build. 505-897-2420 is the number. 505-897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
Sports Animal Time.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut.
I like your musics. Hey, New Mexico Bowl 3-day ticket sales underway right now. Did you know that? 3-day ticket sale right now. It's yesterday, today, tomorrow. $5 off every ticket, but every order that is taken over the next over these 3 days will be entered into drawings, and you're going to be eligible for upgrades. And the grand prize is going to be a big upgrade: 4 tickets in the End Zone Club, where you get fed and it's climate controlled, and you're all taken care of. You get a VIP gift package with the ESPN tailgate party, the VIP, the Tito's tailgate tent, and parking passes and all kinds of stuff. So take advantage of that. The New Mexico Bowl is 1 month from today, 14th annual New Mexico Bowl, and you can take advantage of that. Go to the box office at the Pit, or newmexicobowl.com or unmtickets.com. Is that all right that I did that?
Absolutely.
I'll probably do it again. 246-0610-88. You know, they're big partners of us here at Cumulus Radio. 246-0610. You want me to hit you a few emails?
Yeah.
All right, Mean Machine says, where's the playing time coming from, JJ? Here we go. They're down to an 8-person rotation, pretty much. Tavion Percy maybe getting some minutes at 9. Keith McGee didn't play much. It's almost a 7-man.
What's he worried about?
Well, as you know, for a year, I've been beating this drum. Mm-hmm. But there's another part. There is not only getting minutes, but even if you're on the court, are those quality minutes. There are only so many touches to go around in a 40-minute contest. And when everyone needs the ball in their hands to have success, some guys just aren't going to get the rock enough. There's a reason those Bliss Davalos teams with Charles Smith, Clayton Shields, Royce, Daniel Santiago, Lamont Long, etc., also had guys like David Gibson and Greg Schornstein. Sometimes a player's biggest contribution is not needing stats to be effective. So I would suggest you take a look at J.J. Caldwell's stat line the other night, where it's 0 points and 10 assists. I would suggest you take a look at Carlton Bragg's stat lines, 6 points and 17 rebounds. And the only guy that I would be concerned about right now is finding his flow in the offense advance.
Yeah, and I got that question on Twitter as well this morning. It was simple as, from El Duque, what does UNM do to get Vance Jackson going? And it's like, all right, well, where do you start? I think at first it's with him embracing his new role better, similar to what we've seen out of Malawatch. He still has the 3rd most 3-point shot attempts on the team. He's 4-16 from 3, so it might take a minute to shoot yourself out of a slump when you're only taking jumpers, but he's getting those opportunities. Now, in terms of total field goal attempts, I think he's like 6, so he's way down the list. But it's becoming comfortable in a different role in this offense, and a lot of it too is how does he handle it. and then go from
Vance.
there. Because he can still be an impact player on this team without necessarily the same scoring lines he was putting up 10 last season.
Where's his patience level, right? And how long is it going to remain, if that's the right way to say it? But other than that, Bourne, I don't know who you're worried about. Are you worried about the guys on the bench? Like who is it you're worried about as far as not getting their touches? They lost one game by 3 points and missed 11 free throws and a bunch of layups.
It's an
what are we
eight-man
worried about?
rotation with, as you said, some minutes for Percy, depending on how we're feeling about what they're doing defensively.
Yeah, I guess I'm just not worried about it. I'm sorry, that wasn't Bourne. That was Mean Machine. Bourne says, game outlook. Jeff, I think the Aggie squad is about as good a shape as Jan's phone. I think they're just too banged up right now to give a good account of themselves. New Mexico State gets blued out of the build, even if Lobo basketball doesn't do anything special. First of all, Jan's phone yesterday was, I thought, the best quality we've ever had on a Chris Jan's call, right?
Phone was good. The voice was still strong early in the season.
Yeah.
We talked to him in February. It's going to sound a lot different.
Yeah.
He was in his car, so maybe that has something to do with it.
All right.
I don't know if he connected it to the
Bluetooth?
car.
He was on his way to go.
Probably
see
has
the
a
boss.
driver, right, Chris Jans?
He's in New
No,
Mexico
it-
State, dude.
It sounded like he was going to drive himself.
He's
He's
not
like,
Philip
"Get in my
Rivers,
car."
or he's in New Mexico State.
Gotta be
He's lucky to get a courtesy
One of those
car.
managers that has to wake up and pick up Chris Jans.
I think he's got a Sesparo car. You can't beat a Sesparo deal down there. But or maybe he's got Petrie's one of them.
Dude that has to make sure Chris Jans gets to campus before he can go to his Psych 101 class.
Yeah, I think they're right. Their courtesy cars come from Petrie and Sesparo, I think, down there.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, no, I don't think he's got a driver. You think New Mexico State gets blown out tonight?
I don't.
Like, what's blown out, Bourne?
Is that
15 points, maybe?
UTEP score?
Yeah, I mean, if you consider that a blowout.
65-50.
What's the spread? Have you seen that?
I think last night it was
I'll find it for you.
Lobos plus.
Yeah, I'm curious. Lobos plus? Lobo, that would surprise
Minus,
me.
I mean.
Yeah, Lobos have to be
Or wait,
minus.
it was
Lobos -4. No, New Mexico State's a 4-point favorite. I mean, that's
What's that? Yeah.
I don't bet a lot. So Vegas.
Bad things happen.
Vegas
Bad things
likes
happen.
the Aggies tonight by 4. Wow. All right, then. By the way, probably should give you the scoreboard from the Mountain West last night. Jerry's going to be with us coming up here at the bottom of the hour. Colorado State's first loss at home, second loss of the season. They got beat by a Sun Belt team 80-78 at home last night.
They had a 12-point lead with 6 minutes to go, and that faded away down the stretch. They were 12.5-point favorites at home last night. That one hurt.
So two Sun Belt teams went into Mountain West gyms and won last night. Arkansas State won at Colorado State 80-78. Texas State went to UNLV and beat the Rebels 64-57. Up in San Jose, the Spartans were winners last night, 83-76. They beat Grambling. Boise State with a good win for the league. They went overtime, beat Brigham Young 72-68. Boise State over BYU. San Diego State remains undefeated. They're 4-0. Crosstown rivalry with the University of San Diego. Aztecs over the Toreros 66-49. Wetzel had 20-12 for San Diego State. And on ESPN last night, St. Mary's beat Fresno State. That game was in Sacramento. Bulldogs lose 68-58 to St. Mary's.
ESPNU action for you there.
Yeah. What did I say? Was it ESPN?
Well, it's ESPN
Yeah.
Family Networks,
Yeah.
but it was a game in Sacktown. That's a good game for Fresno State to get going up against St. Mary's. I was impressed with Boise State, what they did late in the second half and the performances in overtime. Derek Olson, 42 minutes. 26-11. He is the go-to guy for Boise State. But you have a player up front, R.J. Williams, 18-7, just in 18 minutes, dealing with some foul trouble. But that's nice for them that they have a little balance on this squad because, Jessup is going to shoot all the threes that he can handle. Nice, got a decent little squad this season.
How long does patience hold out for the new coach in Vegas? I mean, I know it's 6 games in.
They're not long when you lose Texas State at home.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Especially how far down the list was
Is
TJ
Mincy still there?
Otzelberger.
Is Menzies there? No, Menzies at Grand Canyon.
Oh.
No, it's TJ. Didn't you ask this question yesterday?
I did, but I don't know if you answered me.
Yeah, no, he said TJ Axelberger.
Told you, Otzelberger with cheese.
Yeah. TJ.
Now I
Otzelberger.
remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good win for San Diego State on the yeah, that was at USD, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was at USD. Aztecs go and get a win at the Slim Jim, 66-49. And that's
He's
a
this
game.
Wetzel character. Tell me about this.
So he's
Wetzel
a transfer. Yanni Wetzel. He's a transfer, and he went for 20 and 12. And I don't know much about him. He's 6'10" and 240. He's a New Zealand guy, and he's from New Zealand. So this is one of those Aztecs tend to get guys. Remember the guy from Washington State for a year? They get fifth-year big guys.
Long break.
Right? They tend to get fifth-year big guys. And Yanni Wetzel is their guy.
That's a pretty good pickup, man. This is a solid post player looking back at what he did last season in SEC play.
Yep, a graduate transfer at San Diego State, and the Aztecs are they're unbeaten. All right, we'll talk college football when we come back. Jerry Palm from CBS Sports will be with us. Glad you're watching on ProView Networks and listening on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sports Animal time is now 8:24. Let's take another look at this morning's commute. This report is sponsored by Slapfish. Well, great news. I-25 earlier accident near Jefferson is clear, and that was also affecting northbound I-25. So both directions are clear right now. Also, the accident on tramway between Copper and Cloudview, that is clear as well. So the only thing you need to worry about right now that is still active is the traffic lights that are flashing at Montano and at the Rail Runner Transit Station. And also we have a fire that it has San Mateo and Osuna Road that is blocking the southbound lane there. Starting this week, Slapfish now offers families one free kids meal with adult entree purchase all day Sunday and evenings Monday through Thursday. Order it your way every day for fast, casual, sensational seafood dining at one of two Slapfish locations. And if you see an accident, call us on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. I'm Josue with your Sports Animal Traffic.
The Dan Patrick Show.
I just want to see football. I don't want it to be penalty, couple of plays, penalty, and that's what you had. And I'm not sure why the NFL would do that, where you go above and beyond the Call of Duty to call more penalties here. I think if it's obvious, egregious, then call it. But, it's flags interrupting the flow of the game.
Weekdays at 1, 95.9 FM. 10, the Sports Animal.
A better life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
Is it okay for your kids to drink plant-based milks? I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, CNN's chief medical correspondent. When I was a kid growing up in Michigan, there was just milk, plain old milk. Now there's whole milk, 2%, 1%, skim, soy, almond, goat, rice, hemp, flax, oat. I'm probably even missing a few. But the news here is that new guidelines from leading health organizations say most children under age 5 should not drink plant-based milks. That's because most of them lack key nutrients that are important for early development. One of the researchers who came up with the new recommendation said more and more parents are turning to plant-based milks for a variety of reasons, and there's a misconception that they are equal somehow to cow or dairy milk. But that's just not the case. There are exceptions, of course, for kids who are allergic to dairy or may have other religious rules to follow at home. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
During the Dodge Black Friday sales event, our gift to you is Dodge Power Dollars. That means $10 cash allowance per hour towards your purchase of a 2019 Dodge Charger or Challenger. Whether you're tearing up the streets in a Dodge Challenger with its available 797 horsepower or Dodge Charger with its available 485 horsepower, you'll be ready to take on winter weather. So hurry in to the Dodge Black Friday sales event today to take advantage of Dodge Power Dollars on Challenger and Charger. See dealer for details. Offer not available on vehicle leases. Take retail delivery from dealer stock by 12/2/19.
Right now at the Home Depot, 'tis better to give and receive. Buy a Ryobi One Plus battery kit for just $149 and receive a select Ryobi One Plus tool free. Your choice from cordless drills to saws, even a radio. That'll make one powerful gift come Christmas morning. Actually, 2 powerful gifts. Buy a battery kit, get a tool for free. Only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through January 29th. Items must be scanned at checkout to apply while supplies last.
New Balance Albuquerque. Shoes that fit better and perform better. At New Balance, we actually measure your feet on Wantabo north of Constitution and in Cottonwood Corners next to Best Buy. New Balance.
In most situations, it's easy to debate who is the greatest of all time. But when you need collision repair, there's only one clear GOAT. Quanz has won a Best of the City award for the past 6 years straight. Don't go to any collision repair shop. Go to the better collision repair shop at Quanz Auto Body. Our award-winning customer service and certified collision repair makes Quanz better than the competition. Make the better choice and visit Quanz Auto Body in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho.
The biggest stars are coming to Isleta Resort and Casino.
Chubby Checker, 3 p.m. Sunday, November 24th.
The Goo Goo Dolls plus special guest Maddie Poppy, December 2nd.
The Cops versus the Firefighters as our local first responders brawl on the Bosque, December 7th.
Go to Isleta.com for authentic tickets and show info for Phil Vassar with Lone Star,
ZZ Top, and Nelly.
The biggest stars to Isleta Resort and Casino,
where the fun begins.
Leonard Tire and Automotive has helped with Cooper Tires, installation, repairs. You should really think about trusting your tire and automotive repair jobs with them. Leonard Tire Automotive been a family-run business. And one of the things I like about them, there's never been a hassle with them ever. Leonard Tire and Automotive is also car care. Change your oil almost quick as the quick stops can. They do engine repair, tune-ups, just about anything you need done on your vehicle. Stop by and see old Travis or Don Leonard today at Leonard Tire and Automotive. They're good folks, they really are. Second in Loma, so Eubank and Manal.
Don't miss Kohl's Friends and Family Sale. Take an extra 25% off. Save on family jammies, women's sweaters, $22.50 and under, and save on select kitchen electrics. Plus, snap a free picture with Santa at Kohl's this Sunday from 1 to 3 and get a free gift. You'll find new gifts at every turn this holiday at Kohl's. Select styles 25% offer valid November 20th through 24th with promo code FRIENDS. Some exclusions apply. One gift per child while supplies last. See store or kohls.com for details.
In this corner is Bob, the Beast of Bar Graphs, using Dayquil Severe to face off against his cold. Bob's cold was coming at him from all sides. Head, chest, right nostril, left nostril. Oh, Dayquil Severe! What a game changer! He's out of his bed sheets, wrecking his spreadsheets, bodies slamming his sales reports. With Dayquil Severe, Bob's cold is out cold.
Dayquil Severe, the daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, sore throat, power through your day medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
The Dan Patrick Show, today at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Lobo football back at it on Saturday out at Dreamstyle Stadium. Noon kickoff against Air Force. Pregame at 11 over on News Radio KKOB. Aggies at home. Senior Day down in Cruces. How about this matchup, huh? I mean, this is your game of the week. Aggies and UTEP. Big I-10 battle. Renewal of that rivalry. I think the Aggies have won a couple in a row down there.
It's their bowl game.
That's a day game down there as well. It's the opening drive, Jeff, JJ, and Hoser. That's what Doug Martin told us. It's their bowl game. Well, at least they've got a bowl game to go to. That's good. Let's talk some college football. There are 2 weeks left to go in the regular season. You've got your college football playoff standings. You've got gigantic game this weekend. Let's talk to the guy who you read every day over on CBSSports.com. And you love the smell of J. Palm in the morning. Hello, Jerry Palm. How you living?
I'm all right. How are you?
All right. You going down to that big New Mexico State UTEP game this weekend?
Unfortunately, I'm going to be in Madison.
Yeah.
Purdue and Wisconsin are actually playing up there, but I'm not going to the game. I'm just going to visit my son who lives up there.
Really?
Yeah, it's good to go, but I just can't. I can't take the time to go.
You can't take yourself away from the television
on Saturdays.
Yeah, you got a big one. Penn State's playing Ohio State. That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. It's really about the only big deal this week, right? I mean, this is sabbatical Saturday.
You don't care about Western Michigan and Alabama?
Western Carolina. But
is that what it is? Sorry. Yeah, sorry. No, it's actually not the same thing. That's a 3-8 FCS team, not a MAC team. Yeah.
It's Ohio State and Penn State. It's like the big game, right? It's 2 top 10 teams, and Ohio State's an 18-point favorite, and we'll probably cover.
You think they will?
Because I don't know. I've seen a little bit of Penn State. The last couple of weeks I watched most of that Minnesota game. I watched a pretty good chunk of the Indiana game, and Penn State's defense is really struggling to tackle in space against the receivers of those two teams. And if you can't tackle in space against Ohio State, they'll score 50. And you won't be able to do anything about it.
Yep.
So just, Ohio State has played nearly flawless football, and so maybe they're due for some sort of a comeback, at some point, because they're dominating their schedule in historic fashion.
Yeah, but
really.
where does the comeback come from, right? I mean, you've got 3 games left on your schedule, are games that you know you're going to get up for. It's Penn State, it's Michigan, and then it would be a championship game.
Yeah, right. So it just doesn't feel to me like Penn State's the team that's finally going to give them a game. At Michigan, the way Michigan's going now and finally looking like the team we thought they'd be, I could see Michigan giving them a game. And athletically, Michigan is more comparable to Ohio State than Penn State is. But we'll have to see. I mean, Penn State, if the Penn State, actually, loses by 18, that'll be the closest anybody's come to Ohio State all year. Because they've won all of their games by a minimum of 24 points. Good teams, bad teams, doesn't matter. They're smoking everybody.
Jerry, Tua Tagovailoa's injury, it was devastating to see just for the kid himself. But moving forward for Alabama, where they sit, what's ahead, what is the fallout from that?
Well, nothing this week in the rankings. They were still number 5, and the committee's job is not to look ahead, right? They're ranking teams based on what you've done so far. We don't know anything about Mac Jones really. He had mop-up duty at Mississippi State. He had mop-up duty at Tennessee. He started against Arkansas. He's starting against Western Carolina. The first opponent he's going to play really with a pulse is Auburn on the road. And, that's when we find out how this impacts Alabama. That's a tough assignment, even if it's not a rivalry game. That's a tough assignment because I think Auburn's the only team this year to hold LSU under 42 points. LSU only got 23, and that was at LSU. So, that's a really good defense they're going to face at the end of the regular season, and they have to win that game if they still have any hope to make the playoff.
Oregon's sitting there. They got Arizona State this week. Do you think Oregon sneaks in when it's all said and done? When we play this thing out, I think the common belief is LSU is going to win the SEC. Do you believe LSU is going to beat Georgia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in that scenario, with the assumption that Clemson, Ohio State were on the table, they're both in, LSU's in, that 4th team would be who if Oregon runs, or if Utah runs the table?
Well, I've actually got Oklahoma in that spot, but Oklahoma's going to have to start putting up numbers because the fact that they're going to have a better schedule than the Pac-12 champion, especially if it's Utah, doesn't seem to matter to this committee. The style points matter. And, if the strength of schedule mattered, Penn State would be 6 this week.
Well, they're putting Oregon on prime time on Saturday night, so everybody gets to get a look at them. So
yeah, that's good. I get to watch them a little bit against Arizona last week. It was an afternoon game, so that was and they look great against Arizona. I don't mean to disparage Oregon because they're a really good team, and if they make the playoffs, I don't really have a problem with it but they're an interesting case if they go head to head in a comparison with Alabama because. Alabama in that scenario has a win at Auburn and Oregon, opened their season with a loss to them on a neutral field, and those are games played 3 months apart. I don't know how much weight the committee will give that. The fact that Oregon's a conference champion probably gets more weight than a head-to-head result, but it's all part of the comparison.
Yeah.
I think Oregon is a stronger candidate than Utah. I think it's important for both teams to be 11-1 going into that game.
What do you make of all the noise around James Franklin, SC, Florida State, wherever it is? Do you think he ends up staying where he is, or do you think there's something that entices him?
I think either he stays where he is or he goes to USC. I don't think there's any other job currently open that could lure him away.
And
I could see him at USC.
Yeah. Do you make a lot of the Urban Meyer noise at SC also?
No, not necessarily. I suppose if he really wants to come out of retirement and coach in college football again, what does he have left to prove? Then sure, maybe USC, but I have a feeling if he comes out of retirement, it'll be for the NFL, which he has said he doesn't really have any interest in. But anyways, I don't know. I don't think Urban Meyer is coaching again soon.
Yeah. Jerry, what did you make of Oklahoma's comeback in that game against Baylor?
That's fantastic. And I didn't want to say I called because I didn't, but I'm seeing 28-3 and all of the proclamations of death on Twitter and thinking this offense is too good to declare them dead. They're just, if they were, if the roles were reversed and Baylor's offense had to come back, then I would, fine.
Sure.
They've got a problem. But Oklahoma's offense is too prolific to say that even a 25-point deficit, but that early in the game is something that they could not come back from.
Yeah, and even Jalen fumbled at the 2-yard line. They should add another one. He fumbled going in on another one. What about the Minnesota thing? Because that was so tight and so it comes down to the final gun, and I think you called that, if I'm not mistaken.
I did.
Yeah.
I mean that's a big rivalry game, and Iowa's good, and that's one of the toughest places to play in the Big Ten. I mean, they're really good. They're good generally, but they're really good at home, and they're just a tough physical team. And Minnesota had an off day. I mean, there were plays that where receivers dropped balls that they just dropped them. It wasn't defense. They just couldn't keep their hand. Really good receivers that Minnesota has. They had a rough day, but Iowa was better that day, and Iowa's a pretty good team. They're in the rankings for a reason. They've played a tough schedule, and they've played their better opponents well. So I'm not surprised by that. And Minnesota wasn't really punished that harshly by the committee for that loss, which kind of makes sense because it was a road loss to a good team.
Kind of nice when things make sense. Enjoy Madison and a day in front of the televisions, plural, I know, and we'll catch up with you next week. Read him every day over on CBSSports.com. He is Jerry Palm. Enjoy the weekend, Jerry. Actually, we won't talk to you next week. It'll be Thanksgiving. So have a great Thanksgiving.
Okay,
I think you're going to take it off as well, right?
Yeah, right.
Right.
Thanksgiving's at least something of a work day.
Yeah. All right, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks.
All right.
See you, Jerry.
Talk to you later.
Jerry Palm from CBSSports.com. I'm not coming in just to talk. I mean, I'll call Jerry. Like, I'll text him, Happy Thanksgiving. I miss you on Thursday. Can't wait to see you in New Orleans.
That's
but,
nice.
but yeah, I'm not coming in just to talk to him on the radio. You cool with that?
I'm cool, man.
All right, as long as we're all on the same
I wouldn't
page.
be here to call him either.
It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sports Animal. To have that fire that is affecting the San Mateo and Osuna Road that is blocking the southbound right lane there, and we have traffic lights that are flashing red at Montano and the Rail Runner Transit Station. Treat that like a four-way stop if you come to that. Other than that, that's about it, folks. Hey, Macy's is kicking off the holiday season with the 93rd annual Thanksgiving Day Parade. See it live in New York City or watch the 3-hour broadcast on NBC starting at 9 a.m. on Thursday, November 28th. Don't miss Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and if you see an accident, always call us on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167, brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. I'm Josue with your Sports Animal Traffic.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute. After slogging through the first half of the season with the Patriots, a fixture atop my power rankings, we now have our fourth new first-place team in as many weeks. Baltimore, with Lamar Jackson off and running, has vaulted into the penthouse ahead of New England, which grinded out a tough win at Philly. San Fran was pleased to have Jimmy G show he can lead a comeback, while Seattle's Russell Wilson is enjoying his best year. And we should learn a lot more about Green Bay when Aaron Rodgers and company visit the 49ers on Sunday night. Minnesota, New Orleans, Buffalo, Kansas City, and Dallas round out my top 10. Over on the flop side, the Dolphins come up for air at number 28, followed by the Stafford-less Detroit Lions, the Giants, and the bomb-for-Burrow Bengals. Washington is so bad. How bad are they? They're ranked behind a winless team. It's a long year. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Hey, Frequent heartburn may keep you from running your A game, but it doesn't have to anymore. Join the Prilosec OTC 2-week challenge. Just go to prilosecotc.com. You'll get $3 off to get you started, plus 14 days of tips, tricks, and reminders. Just 2 weeks, zero heartburn. Go to prilosecotc.com and sign up today. Zero heartburn is possible with Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
It's happening. Wherever plays are being made, tickets are being sold, and fans are lining up. ADP is designing a better way to work. With industry-leading HR, talent, time, benefits, and payroll, more companies rely on ADP than any other HR partner to help step up their game. From small business to global enterprise. See how ADP can help you and your people achieve what you're working for at design.adp.com. ADP, always designing for people.
The Jim Rome Show.
The sports animal has been in existence a quarter of a century. This radio station is so amazing. I have been on that station 25 years. I am really, really grateful for that. Really thankful for that. Albuquerque is an incredible jungle market.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Glasheen, Baez, and Inderman Injury Lawyers. When you have one chance to get it right, call the attorneys that deliver proven results. Visit us at gvilaw.com or call right now 505-243-7200.
With an Allstate agent, you get a local expert to find the best coverage for you. And because they live in your community, you can always count on them when you need them most. When you bundle home and auto, you'll save. Call your local Allstate agent today. Are you in good hands?
It's time to play Vomit or No Vomit. Brought to you by Nauzene.
First question's for Megan. It's Thanksgiving. You've eaten 3 helpings of turkey, 2 of stuffing, 3 of mashed potatoes as your stomach threatens to revolt, and you reevaluate your life. Do you A, vomit, B, drink the pink stuff, C, take fast-acting Nauzene?
I take Nauzene.
Correct. Nauzene's 4-minute formula quickly relieves stomach discomfort from overindulging in food or drink.
Get fast-acting Nauzene now. Available in stores everywhere. Use only as directed.
In this corner is Bob, the Beast of Bar Graphs.
Rudy.
Severe to face off against his Bob's cold was coming at him from all sides. Head, chest, right nostril, left nostril. Oh, Dayquil Severe! What a game changer! He's out of his bed sheets, racking his spreadsheets, bodies slamming his sales reports. With Dayquil Severe, Bob's cold is out cold.
Dayquil Severe, the daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, sore throat, power through your day medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Has your car been blindsided? Make the right call to Quan's Auto Body. With our certified collision repair and top quality customer service, you'll be sure to score with this decision. With 39 years of local experience, Quan's Auto Body is the only choice you should ever need when it comes to choosing an auto body shop. Come and see the guys who make it better at any of our 3 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Quan's Auto Body. We make it better. Visit Quans.com.
For years, Ben Lucero and Indigo Mortgage has been telling you when you need a mortgage loan, shop around even if it means you get an offer from the competition. Michael Carlisle here. A recent study shows first-time home buyers are the most likely to shop around, but they rely heavily on big internet lenders. That's a bad move because those internet lenders are notorious for taking advantage of first-time home buyers and anyone looking for a loan who isn't getting multiple offers. If you shop around, you're likely to save thousands of dollars in unnecessary points and fees. Just recently, Indigo Mortgage has heard from 5 different borrowers who got hooked up with that lender that rhymes with pocket. In all 5 cases, Indigo Mortgage was able to get a rate a quarter to a half point lower and saved up to $4,000 in fees. When you shop, make sure you do it with a local lender you can trust. That's Indigo Mortgage. Call them at 836-5700 or visit them at indigomortgage.net. Nobody cares more about your mortgage loan than Ben Lucero and his team at Indigo Mortgage, 836-5700.
NMLS 188348.
So you think drinking alcohol can't hurt you? It'll mess you up big time. Say adios to large chunks of your brain. Major damage is already being done. Other parts of your body are getting wrecked too. Forget about sports, forget about school, forget about doing much of anything. Underage drinking freaks out your body, messes up your life.
Sponsored by the NMDOT.
Hey you. Yeah, you.
Holiday Inn Express wants to let you in on a little secret. Members can now get up to 25% off at holidayinexpress.com during our cyber sale. We'll even throw in free breakfast. Just kidding. Breakfast is always included in your stay at Holiday Inn Express. Book now and save at holidayinexpress.com. Terms apply.
You have to be up in 5 hours, 2 hours, 6 minutes. And when you hear, you realize that you haven't slept a wink. That's why there's ZzzQuil Pure Z's, a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin, so you can fall asleep naturally with no next-day grogginess. It's available in both liquid and gummies, tastes great, and is non-habit forming. Pick up ZzzQuil Pure Z's from the sleep experts at Vicks ZzzQuil. ZzzQuil Pure Z's, naturally superior sleep. Available at retailers near you.
Don't miss Kohl's Friends and Family Sale. Take an extra 25% off. Save on family jammies, women's sweaters, $22.50 and under, and save on select kitchen electrics. Plus, snap a free picture with Santa at Kohl's this Sunday from 1 to 3 and get a free gift. You'll find new gifts at every turn this holiday at Kohl's. Select styles, 25% offer valid November 20th through 24th with promo code FRIENDS. Some exclusions apply. One gift per child while supplies last. See store or kohls.com for details.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, hope you enjoyed Jerry. Lobo football this weekend out at Air Force. Come on out, have fun. Should be a pretty day. 52 and sunny is what they're telling me, and they're always right. They said it was going to be cold and rainy today, and they're always right.
Cold and rain?
It's cold and rainy. What's up, y'all? It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Hoser, and Alden. 505-246-0610. That's how you get to us today. 888-922-0610. Good day, Rudy. How you living?
Well, you got to have a strategy for getting in on the sports animal, and you got to time the commercials and then figure out how to be out of your car, but I failed all of that. So I'm driving in a rental car, and it's like Armageddon out here in Albuquerque.
Why are you in a rental car?
A little rain. My car's in the shop.
No, you should have just called Tyson Dyer.
Yeah, I should have, but I don't think Tyson can replace the compressor in enough time for me to get to work in his spare time. But you never know. The guy probably could.
No.
He is a definite multitasker.
Yeah, but then it might have been an NCAA violation because then they wanted to see, you might have given money to UNM at some point, and then they'd consider you a booster, and then you're paying a guy on the side. Yeah, it's probably best you just went to the shop.
Yeah, it probably is. And in fact, if you've ever been to a game, you're considered a booster. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. If you just attend a game, the NCAA considers that
I boost.
A booster.
I boost.
They push that line. Anyway, that's not why I called. I think, to me, this isn't a must-win, but, boy, if you want any kind of season, you got to figure out a way to beat the Aggies. You had your chance Tuesday night against UTEP, and you just didn't make free throws, and I have a feeling that they got to make their free throws tonight if they want to win. It's going to be a tight game. They always are. I would like to think New Mexico could go down there and play the best game all year and walk away with a win, but I've been watching this since I was, knee-high to a grasshopper, and these are two good basketball programs with a lot of tradition. I don't know if people can harken back as far as I can, but, I remember when these teams were nationally ranked and all the amazing games, the buzzer beaters, the, hanging Luke Longley and effigy down in Pan Am Center, Clayton Shields banking in a three-quarter court shot to beat the Aggies. That was pretty special. Kenny getting his teeth knocked out, and you could hear him screaming in the locker room, coming out and getting 16 points, I think, and 8 rebounds the second half to lead the Lobos to a win. So it's going to be an emotional, hard-fought game. I know that the Aggie fans are going to be all over Coach Weir, and I just hope that they understand that we're walking away with a win tonight. I really feel like this team can perform tonight, make their free throws. That was the difference Tuesday night, I think. You look at everything else in that game.
Yeah, make some free throws.
UTEP
was, 11 of 13 from the free throw line?
And
so they took advantage of their opportunities. Had UNM just shot 75%, they would have won, I think, by 4 points.
Yep, 20 of 31. You got to the line a lot and missed 11 of them. So
you can't do that. If you get to the line, you knock them down, you walk away a winner. Meanwhile, back at the ranch Saturday, I'm still encouraging people to go out. It's going to be a beautiful day. It would be fitting if we could figure out a way to get people interested to go out there. I know you can't make it Najee Flowers Day, but it kind of is. It kind of is for me. I think it kind of is for people close to the program when they see what's happened.
I think that's right.
So I wish the Lobos all the luck in the world. I know one thing, no matter how depleted UNM is, Air Force doesn't care one whit. And Air Force has been on the wrong side of beatdowns too. So it's not their job to, have a mercy rule or anything else.
And they're playing.
They're going to go out. They're going to play football for 4 quarters, and it's going to be Air Force football.
Yep.
And they're going to come at UNM very fast and furious. So
all right, man.
I hope our young men are up to the challenge, and I appreciate the time.
And I'll see you out there. Rudy, call the 246-0610.
Final hour coming up next. Lobos Aggies will continue to dive more into it. Some questions already this morning about the game. Who needs it more? It is both. It is a rivalry game. We're breaking it down with the injuries to the Aggies backcourt, how to get Bench Jackson going, a lot into 30 game. It will be a fun one down in Las Cruces. We got Jeff Siembieda. We got Jason. We don't have Jason. We have Alden. Out
20
the other way. We have Hoser. I got caught up in the Jays.
Yeah,
it's time to take a break. Take us out, Hosers.
10.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rawlins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North.
What are those things called? Ancestry.com, I mean. That's very different.
Crazy.
Well, I'm looking at the name with an
Ancestry.
I. Ancestry.com. I just, Alden, the origin of his surname is Hawaiian, so what does it mean? And we just found out it means God has favored me. We are Ancestry.com. Now I'm afraid to say the word.
I know. Really,
I am. We are what? It's the opening drive. That's very different. We'll do whatever you do. That would be more. I guess I can't say that. I almost said something. That would have been more another state than Hawaiian. 2460610. Jeff, JJ, and Ozer. What? I might not be here tomorrow. Is that what you're saying?
Early vacation.
And Alden, 2460610. Bad Street
was just take Thanksgiving week off.
I might just take the whole week off. I might just show up. Never. Lancer is the answer, says Bad Street. How about moving that alcohol impact study over to Lance's house?
Might learn a lot.
Okay. Brant wants, he says, Hendricks. Jeff, now I'm hearing from Lobo fans, just wait until Vontae becomes eligible. Suddenly he's become the secret sauce, right? He's eligible at the end of the semester, correct?
He's not the secret sauce. He gets another player to add to the rotation, then all of a sudden you're going to be where are the minutes coming from?
I know.
We'll be all right.
We'll get them all. And just hit read. Do you have those on file?
Tuesday was rough, but I'm still positive about this basketball team.
Look,
I didn't watch that game and go, oh my gosh, where's Vontae Hendricks to save the day?
All right, so I'm going to tell you about Tuesday now that we're 2 days out. First of all, I don't feel like the response was jump off the cliff. Okay, I think there's a few people who are concerned, and I think the concern will escalate if they lose tonight. I don't think they're going to lose tonight. Now, that loss was on the road against a good team. I'm not telling you a great team, but a good team. That wasn't the loss at home to South Dakota State or to Rice or to North Texas like you've suffered in the past. That was, although those are all Conference USA teams. This was a loss on the road, your first road game, and you lost by 3 points and shot and missed 11 free throws. Okay, you know how I always say you can't lose a game. You can't lose anymore without people overreacting. I'm going to give Lobo fan the benefit of the doubt on this one. Yeah. I have not gotten the feeling that they've overreacted on this one. I think they're disappointed that they lost the game. But I think for the majority of what we've heard, Lobo fan has handled this one pretty well. They realize they missed a lot of shots at the rim. They realize they missed 11 free throws. They realize that the competition was decent. I'm not again, what you're going to see on Monday in Auburn is going to be really, really good. This was good.
Team you played to this point in the season.
Right. Now, if they lose tonight, I think we're going to have to do a little couch work tomorrow. I think we're going to have to do, stop easy because the Aggies are depleted a little bit and they've beaten you 5 in a row and they just got blued out of the building by Arizona and they lost to UTEP by 15. So you figure you're better than them because you've got a common opponent and a common result on the same floor. And again, I'm not going to overreact to tonight's game one way or the other, but I know some will.
You overreact if it's like 15 or more, if it's an outcome along those lines. That's
if New Mexico gets beat by 15 or more. See, if New Mexico State gets beat by 15 or more, I'm not going to. I think the Lobos win the game by about 9-12. Okay, I think right now Lobos are healthier and more complete than New Mexico State is. That's all. I'd love to see him play in April, but I'd love to see him play in April every year when everybody's both teams usually have someone that's eligible at the semester break, right?
It would be interesting if they did play in April.
Oh, that'd be April would be in the postseason, but in March, in March.
I'd love to see the national championship game if they played in April.
Okay, I'd love to see them be league foes and play when they're complete. Because both teams typically have somebody of consequence who's a transfer eligible at semester break that we usually don't get to see because these games are played before that. They're both figuring out who they are this year. Last year was the Lobos dealing with injuries. This year it's New Mexico State dealing with injuries. But it is what it is, man. You go out and you play who you got, and that's what the Aggies are going to do. And you heard Chris Jans not making any excuses.
And I really like this stretch for this Lobo basketball team to go down south, play these 2 games in 2 days, then head out on the road with a matchup against Auburn and then either Wisconsin or Richmond. This is a huge 2 weeks for this basketball team to take a test. Now, they didn't pass the first one, but I thought there were still good moments in this team that they weren't necessarily playing great, but they're grinding. They're still giving that effort on the defensive end against UTEP. You're in a one-possession game late. So this is a big 2 weeks for this team because there's a lot to gain from these games against good competition going into Mountain West play.
Yeah, all that's right. All that's right. And you're going to figure out who you are. And, let's get a couple of these now. Like that's why I think this is a big game for New Mexico. I do. I think they're coming off the loss, going into what they're going into. I think this is a big game.
You don't want that streak either way. If it was the Lobos having won 5 in a row, like in a rivalry, you always want to be the hammer. But it's going to go back and forth if it's a good rivalry. And for the Lobos, you want to stop hearing about 5 in a row.
We should get a good one tonight, don't you think? I think it's going to be competitive, and I think New Mexico State's going to play some defense.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm expecting a tight game. I think the backcourt does find a little bit of life for the Aggies because they're still talented players. Even if Terrell Brown, dealing with the injury, he got in a full practice at least this week. So that's a good step forward when we were talking with Chris Jans yesterday, just his nagging hip and groin issues. I think Sean Williams is a dude that's going to respond. He got a lot of buckets last year for ECU, and once he gets comfortable with the expectations playing in this, these are the things that once you get through, you can always spin it back as a positive. Once A.J. Harris gets back, where it's like, well, look at the opportunity Terrell Brown and Williams had in the backcourt. Sean Buchanan had to do a little bit more as well. So as long as you can stay afloat, you can pick off a couple. Can spin these into a positive come back play.
Yeah, I think all of that's correct. All of that's correct. All right, so what do you think tonight? Aggies hosting the Lobos. You can listen to the game over on News Radio KKOB, 6:30 pregame show with Robert Portnoy and Hunter Green. You can watch the game. It's on Aggie Vision, so wherever you get your Aggie Vision, it'll be on Flow. I believe it will be. I probably should find that exactly for you, right? And I had that up earlier. I believe it'll be on the Fox Sports Arizona, but I'll double check all of that for you. Full details for me here, and I'll get it, the game notes. But all of that is just entertainment for you. This is one of those where this is what you love, right?
This is what it's unique, it's interesting, and what we love about this state is a game like this can matter. In November, a non-conference college basketball game. Rivalry, let's go.
All right, Fox Arizona Plus. So that should be on, if you have direct, it should be 686-1, right? And it'll be on Flow, and it'll be wherever else you get it. Paul said this after the game, and I think he's right. He said, this is a pretty special region. Now, we kind of bag on the football a little bit, how bad the football's been in this corridor with New Mexico State, UTEP. But he said it's a pretty special area where you've got all these teams geographically who are pretty good, whose fan bases care, where the rivalries go deep and they've meant something with New Mexico State, and UTEP. And if you want to spread that thing out into, you can go to Arizona State, Texas Tech. This has been a pretty good region for basketball. And to your point, to be able to have these games and be able to play these games, and I think everybody involved with these rivalries is glad that the UTEP thing's back on, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Tim Floyd, Steve Alford didn't like each other. Craig Neal, Tim Floyd didn't like each other. Now that they're all gone, the rivalry is back on, as it should be, don't you believe?
Yes.
Yeah. And
especially with Rodney Terry down there, that's going to be a good basketball team.
Yep.
We saw Tuesday night.
Yep.
They're already 2-0 versus State of New Mexico.
All that is right. All right, 505-246-0610 or 888-922-0610. Your emails come in, Jeff at 610knml.com or JJ at 610knml.com. We can talk more about that. We got other stuff to get into. The NBA last night was very interesting. We got a lot of NFL stories to do. We got a game tonight in the National Football League as well, so you can get in on that conversation. Hey, are you moving? Need to refinance? Need to meet the Kirtland Federal Credit Union home loan team. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is Albuquerque's premier mortgage lender, and there's a reason. They start working with you even before your application. They help you prepare your credit and educate you about the home loan process so you can shop and buy with confidence. The Albuquerque housing market right now is hot. Mortgage rates are low. In fact, most homes, they're on the market less than a month. So getting pre-approved can give you that edge that you need to get the home you want. Kirtland Federal Credit Union works with you to find the right program for your situation. With banks and online lenders, you're going to hear that hold music more than you're going to hear a friendly voice. At Kirtland, you work with the same team throughout the process, so you will always have a local expert to answer your questions. And speaking of local, you'll never send a mortgage payment out of state. At Kirtland Federal Credit Union, your loan is funded in Albuquerque, and the experts are all right here. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is the local lender with knowledge, experience, and heart. You're not going to settle when you shop for a home. Do not settle when you shop for a mortgage. Kirtland Federal Credit Union, they are more than military. They are for life. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender, federally insured by the NCUA.
The Sports Bar with Michael and Mike.
My favorite part of the
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
All right, so you got Lobos and Aggies tonight. What do you think? 246-0610, 888-922-0610. The ghost of Marvin McKay, says Doit. Jeff, how'd you like to be the once proud Rebels right now at UNLV? Their 2 wins are against John Wayne and Abilene Christian, and they just lost at home to Texas State. Yeah, I'm going to guess it's rough in Vegas right now. The Rebels aren't very good. In football, they're moving. They're playing their final game out at the old stadium this weekend. Final farewell, goodbye game. And then the basketball team's not very good. But they got the Raiders coming, and they got hockey. Did you know that? They're a big league city now. I wonder about the dynamic, right? UNLV used to run that town as far as athletics. As far as sports. And the Rebel basketball was so big, and the Tark thing and everything. They won a national championship. And we always used to say, it's very, very reminiscent, very similar to here as far as, the local sports scene. But now that they've become a big league town, it's a whole other story. Now they're just battling for it. But it's got to be tough there. And TJ Otzelberger, it's got to be rough. Sid says, WTH, Mr. Siembieda? I'm listening to Bob Alou's show, and there you were.
What?
Then I flip on the ProView, and I can see you. How can you be in 2 places at once? Was your 770 segment pre-recorded? Nope. It was live as the day is long. That's right. Isn't it amazing how I cloned myself?
Mm-hmm.
Here I am, right here on the ProView. Ba-ba-bam! Wow.
Multi-versatile.
And then
host.
JJ, you took it all the way to the music. And JJ closed the segment, and I went next door, and I did my 2.5 minutes with Bob Clark. And pumped the New Mexico Bowl 3-day sale, which is going on right now, by the way. You can get $5 off all your tickets and be entered into a drawing for the VIP upgrade, which includes parking passes and tickets to the Tito's VIP tailgate tent. That's right.
That sounds good.
Oh,
Tito's.
It is good. I'm just going to tell you it is. And somebody's going to win, upgrade to End Zone Club tickets and a bag of swag. Starting to see the swag now. It looks nice, doesn't it?
Very nice.
Have you seen some of the swag?
It looks amazing.
Yeah, we're on our way. 1 month from today, Josue. You'll be out there entertaining fans from 2 different places as well as here. Is it on your calendar? Have they told you you're working yet? I'm just saying.
Okay.
You're working that day. Yeah. I'm just saying. All right, 2460610 888-922-0610. We got the first look at Kawhi and Paul George together on the court yesterday in Los Angeles. Clippers 107, Celtics 104. That bleep was fun as hell, said Patrick Beverly. First time they were together, and it was. You were impressed with Kawhi last night. You got some Kawhi sound, by the way. All right, so Kawhi, it ended with a Kawhi block, right?
It did.
Did you hear Kawhi's post game?
What did he have to say?
It was fabulous.
Excuse me, Kawhi, can you take us through the dunk you had in the block?
What do you want me to say?
Whatever you want to say. It's just more of just the build-up leading to that play, what you were seeing, and your thought process with everything.
Patrick threw me the ball. I took 2 dribbles to the paint and tried to jump high and dunk the basketball. And Kemba got it open for a 3, and I jumped to my highest to try to contest, and I got a block.
Jumped his highest. I love it. I just jumped as high as I could. That's a great answer.
Which one? What do you want me to say, or just take me through the whole thing?
Everything.
Yeah. What do you want me to say?
Yacked on him. Threw it down.
What do you
Rest in peace.
What do you want me?
Good night now. I don't. Man, that Kawhi slam too. That was.
Yeah, that was pretty.
You didn't think he had that in him, did you?
Not right now.
Ooh-wee.
Load
What do you mean
management.
not right now. He's load managing. He's fine. He's like, he's all fresh when he plays.
All fresh.
Yeah, I still didn't think he had it in him.
He's like all fresh.
Threw it down. The shooting percentages weren't great.
It's all right.
But when you play defense like that, you get that burst in the fourth quarter. What that team did in the fourth quarter is special. That's when they're clicking on all cylinders. There's not a better defensive team in the league. When you put Pat Beverly, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard on the floor, that's a special defensive team. And they saw it in the fourth quarter last night.
Yeah, and Kawhi looks fresh, energized. Like he was so good last year, right? So good last year, but he was carrying it. And I'm not taking anything away from Pascal Siakam, but he was carrying it. It feels like last night felt different, and even when Paul George wasn't there because you knew he was coming, it didn't feel like the load. When I watch him now, I don't feel like I'm watching a superstar who feels like he's got to carry a club. I feel like I'm watching a superstar who feels like he's part of a club. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think what you're seeing what Siakam is doing this year, just how good a player
But that totally different scenario, though. I'm taking nothing away from Siakam.
And how important he was in the playoffs. But Kawhi that was a special moment. That was a legendary run, what he did in the postseason for the players he went up against and who they beat. His round against Giannis and Milwaukee, and how things changed when Kawhi Leonard was guarding Giannis. There's no doubt about it. And for the Clippers, being able to keep the pieces they did while making the moves it's huge, because they're still a really good basketball team if you're putting Kawhi Leonard and Paul George out there. But now you still have Patrick Beverly, you still have Lou Williams, who, by the way, had 27 points last night. Montrezl Harrell. So they kept the core of a team that competed at the end of last season and added one superstar and a dude who can be that when he's healthy.
I got to find the exact stat, but I saw something. Lou Williams, and you're just like, who's Lou Williams?
The ageless one.
All right. Lou Williams' 20 points, I saw was the 121st time, I believe is the number, that he has come off the bench for 20 points or more. Lou Williams was such a good acquisition for them that was very unheralded, unless it's
he's
your
been
guy
there
like
for years.
Right, but when they got him, a guy like you knows who Lou Williams is. But I think your basic NBA observer, like watches a little bit or has a team, doesn't appreciate a Lou Williams and the scoring he has given that team.
When he retires, they're going to name the Sixth Man of the Year award after Lou Williams. The sweet Lou Williams Sixth Man of the Year award.
I think I'm fine with that. He had 27 points. He's played 14 seasons in the National Basketball Association. He's terrific. Just terrific. And They had 27 last night.
Second round pick back in 2005.
Where did he play? He was a second round pick of Philadelphia, went 45th in the draft. But where did he go to college? I can't remember. That's how long ago Lou.
I think he might have been a high school, straight from
Was
high
he?
school.
He might have been. Yeah, I honestly don't know the answer to that.
The double check.
Yeah, and then Luka Doncic was the other thing last night.
Yeah, he was straight from high school.
Straight out of high school.
To the league.
All right. Did you see the score, the final score? Like, Luka went for 35-point triple-double, and he only played 25 minutes. The Mavericks beat the Warriors. This is the most, I don't want to say it's amazing because you know how it happened. Like, it's not hard to see what happened, but the most dramatic turn I think we're going to see maybe in the history of the game from good to bad. 142-94. 142-94 is almost 50 points. Is 48 points. It's how bad the Mavericks beat the Golden State Warriors last night. And all these teams who have been getting dumped on by the Warriors for the last 5 to 6 years somehow maybe feel like they're getting their revenge right now. And it's a different group of guys that you can't name. But the Warriors are just getting trucked on a nightly basis. Lakers did it to them the other night. They win a game here and there. I think they won 3. But it is going to, and Steve Kerr is going to have to show some patience. And you can save that sauce with see, he can't play, he can't coach without players. Yeah, nobody can. Nobody can. Phil Jackson couldn't coach this team. Red Auerbach couldn't coach this team. You don't even know who they are. Oh, he's really good when they got players. Yeah, most coaches are. So is Belichick. So is Vince Lombardi. Jason Garrett might be too. Nick Saban's really good when he's got players. Yeah, that's how that works. Because you know why? Players make plays, JJ.
You have to have the players to be good at what you do.
Man. But the NBA last night was kooky. Just super, super kooky. All right, 246-0610, 888-922-0610.
Big one for the Nuggets at home over the Rockets.
Yep.
Impressive defensive showing. The team struggled a little bit early in the season. Nice win for Denver because they had a couple early losses. All of a sudden, people jumping off the bandwagon. It's L.A. or bust right now. Rockets started very nicely. That's working out. Denver keeping pace.
Denver's still second in the West.
Yeah, it's a nice early statement win. But
10-3.
People are falling off the bandwagon when they got Trae Young. And then, of course, all the superstardom that is in L.A. right now. What the Rockets are doing. Nuggets are fine. They're going to be there.
You mean they've won 7 of their last 8? Mm-hmm. They got Trae Young and lost by 4. They've won 7 of their last 8, and they're 10-3.
Jumping off the bandwagon.
Really? Well, that's people's own fault.
All right.
That's where I tell you can't lose a game.
You can't.
You can't lose a game if people don't lose their mind.
That's right.
Because the other guys aren't getting paid. Really? The other guys aren't on scholarship. Really? Like, holy smokes.
You're going to start like that and be like, oh, I don't know about them.
Tickets?
Sitting there saying, hey, Melo, save our season. The Jazz are going to be fine. There's still tons of talent for what they have. They'll be good once Mike Conley figures it out. They're all right in Denver.
Worst team in basketball? Golden State Warriors. 3-13.
They didn't even come to mind.
They didn't even come to mind.
I was still giving them respect.
Worst team in basketball right now.
Wow.
Worst record in basketball. 3-13.
Can you name one player that started for the Golden State Warriors last night?
I cannot.
I mean, I don't know if I can or not.
That is where they are now.
Is Nick Young still?
Swaggy P? Nope. Nope.
Did D'Angelo Russell play last night?
Nope, he's out. You're just dumb.
So
Draymond, was he back?
Glenn Robinson III, Willie Cauley-Stein. Who's E. Pascal? Eric Pascal.
Rookie from Villanova.
That's right. All right, Eric Pascal. Willie Cauley-Stein. Some dude named Bauman. Kai Bauman from Boston College.
Product.
That's right. And another dude named Burns.
Wow.
Not even that.
Alex
It's Burks. Alex Burks from Colorado. Mm-hmm. That's their starting lineup. That's your Golden State Warriors.
State.
Oh, but if
Warriors.
If Steve Kerr could coach, he'd get something. Oh, okay. All right.
And he did.
You keep drinking that nasty sauce. You want to give away tickets?
7.
Let's do it.
All right, 246-0610 is the number. 505-246-0610. We got 2 tickets to give away to Albuquerque the Magazine's Party of the Year. It is the Best of Party. It's coming up when?
December the 6th.
December the 6th is when it's coming up. Hoser's got 2 tickets, and he's dying to give them to you if you are now caller number.
Caller 5.
Easy. Caller 5. 505-246-0610. Caller 5 wins those tickets courtesy of your good friend Josue.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
At 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
There's a new home for Lobo Talk, and you're listening to it.
Lobo Talk. I'm your host, Robert Portnoy.
Catch the voice of the Lobos, Robert Portnoy, right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Every week as he talks with Lobo coaches, players, and more. Lobo Talk, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Do you love football? Then get with the program and get down to Hooters to catch the game, crazy good wings, ice cold beer, and the best fans on the planet. You love wings. You love ice cold beer. And who doesn't love the world famous Hooters girls? All the games, all season. Hooters.
Catch all the games at Hooters and enjoy great specials like a draft beer and 10 boneless wings for only $10. Served up by the world famous Hooters girls.
Psst. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Holiday Inn Express wants to let you in on a little secret. Members can now get up to 25% off at holidayinexpress.com during our cyber sale. We'll even throw in free breakfast. Just kidding. Breakfast is always included in your stay at Holiday Inn Express. Book now and save at holidayinexpress.com. Terms apply.
When you go to a gun shop, what do you look for? Hi, I'm Juan Velasco from 92.3 KRST, and you always hear me say, Omni Arms. That's my gun store. It's true. The guys at Omni Arms have helped me for years now. I love their selection of firearms, rifles, shotguns, pistols. Omni Arms has it. How about ammo? Omni Arms stocks just about every caliber you need. The best part of Omni Arms is the service. I enjoy building AR-15s, and Omni Arms helped me with recommendations and ideas and ordered all the parts for my last build. Omni Arms on Central, between Eubank and Juan Tabo. Omni Arms, that's my gun store.
Where sports and culture meet the weekend.
Local events,
concerts,
spectacles,
what's happening,
pulse of the city,
sports, and much more.
Hey guys, come join the conversation with Van and Fred every Saturday starting at 7 a.m.
ABQ Central, Saturdays from 7 a.m. till 9 on The Sports Animal.
At Comfort Dental, we like to say we'll be there when you need us with $19 exams and x-rays for new patients, a $185 value, payment due at time of service. We'll be there with offices in Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Santa Fe. We'll be there late on weekdays, and we're open Saturdays. Comfort Dental branded dental practices are independent franchises owned and operated by state-licensed general dentists. For dentist contact info, go to comfortdental.com. Comfort Dental, we'll be there when you need us.
TJ Trout here, and fall fishing in New Mexico is fantastic. Take it from me. For more information or to buy your license online, visit the Department of Game and Fish website at wildlife.state.nm.us. Get out and fish, New Mexico.
Roto-Rooter jingle, take 1.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
Take 2.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
Take 17.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
And away go troubles
down the drain.
Let's try it like this.
Call Roto-Rooter. That's the name. And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Call Roto-Rooter for all your plumbing needs.
In a world where corporate garage door companies are charging you too much for too little,
They quoted us for how much? We can't afford this!
comes a garage door company that puts the customer first.
Is there anyone else we can call, movie voice guy?
Call Rio Rancho Garage Door.
Rio Rancho Garage Door is the best in the business, serving Rio Rancho and Albuquerque for almost 20 years. They always put you before the bottom line, always. Have a problem with your garage door? Call Rio Rancho Garage Door today at 891-1770 or at rioranchogaragedoor.com.
Don't miss Kohl's Friends and Family Sale. Take an extra 25% off. Save on family jammies, women's sweaters, $22.50 and under, and save on select kitchen electrics. Plus, snap a free picture with Santa at Kohl's this Sunday from 1 to 3 and get a free gift. You'll find new gifts at every turn this holiday at Kohl's. Select styles, 25% offer valid November 20th through 24th with promo code FRIENDS. Some exclusions apply. One gift per child while supplies last. See store or kohls.com for details.
The Jim Rome Show. Up next at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Don't forget Lobos and Aggies tonight over on News Radio KKOB. Colts and Texans will be here for if you prefer the football tonight. We've got Colts and Texans National Football League Thursday night football action for you here on your home of the National Football League, the Sports Animal. Jeff, JJ, Josue, Alden. What is it? God has blessed me. Is that your last name? Is that what I decided? God has blessed me. All right, I got Jack wants to know, was that Kawhi or was that Bill Belichick? What do you want me to say?
Yeah.
Well,
We still said more than Bill Belichick.
yeah. What do you want me to say? Can't you hear Belichick?
He actually described a play.
Well, I got the
where
ball
Bill
and I
goes,
drove to the
you know,
basket and I jumped really high and I blocked a shot.
Like
Do you still have
Belichick
that?
doesn't even tell you what happened.
Can you play it again? Yeah, you're right.
He's like,
Excuse me, Kawhi, can you take us through the dunk you had in the block?
What do you want me to say?
Oh, well, tell us about this.
Whatever you want to say. It's just more of just the build-up leading into that play, what you were seeing,
do you ask
and
that
your thought
question any
process
better?
with everything.
Patrick threw me the ball. I took 2 dribbles to the paint and tried to jump high and dunk the basketball. And Kemba got it open for a 3, and I jumped to my highest to try to contest, and I got a block.
And I think he's just being serious. I don't think he's trying to be mean or anything or troll.
He
That's
just thought you
the
have
way
to
he saw
ask.
it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you asked him to
Well, you
take us
can't-
through the play. Like, what do you want me to say? Well, I mean, what happened? I got the basketball and I drove to the basket.
I don't cover Kawhi Leonard on a daily basis,
jumped
and
really-
I know you can't ask an open-ended question to Kawhi. You're not going to get anything.
Yeah, fair enough. You can't ask a yes or no question. I like Kawhi a lot, and I love that that's how he is, and he's been steady with that. And I mean, it is what it is, man. He's not going to change. He's super comfortable in his skin, and that's who
I think
he's
it
going to
wasn't
be.
condescending or anything. It's
What
it's
do you
one
want
of
me
those
to say?
players. If you're looking for that post game quote, you just can't be like, "Hey, talk about your dunk." He's gonna be like, "I dunked it."
I got the ball.
Jump really high.
You gotta ask
to
them
the
about the
basket.
play or your rotation defensively on that final possession. What was your responsibility if you want to get a little more out of him?
Yeah, was that your man, or did you see him, or Kemba got the ball and he had an open 3, and I jumped my highest.
jumped really high.
I jumped my
All right.
highest. That's my favorite
love that.
part.
You
I
jump
jumped
high.
my highest and I blocked the shot.
Kids, jump your highest.
All right, ladies and
Always-
gentlemen, there's
always
your
try for your
MVP.
highest.
San Diego State's own Kawhi Leonard. Yep. Look, I'm down with it.
And there was the interview that came out yesterday on ESPN with Paul George. It had an expose. And, you have some salty San Antonio Spurs fans because Paul George, it wasn't the Lakers. He said the first place he asked to be traded to was the San Antonio Spurs.
Who said that?
Paul George.
He wanted to get traded to the Spurs?
Back before, everything went down a few
When
years ago.
Kawhi was still
With
there.
Kawhi.
Yeah, when Kawhi was still there. So they had been
So-
talking about it for a while.
Where did Paul George grow up? It was the L.A. area, but it wasn't Riverside, right? Because Kawhi grew up in Riverside, went to San Diego State at the same time that Paul George was at Fresno State, correct? God, the league was good. Was it not the same time?
I think Paul was a little before Kawhi.
Was he? All right. So what's their connection? Was it AAU stuff? If they're not the same age, I know they're both Southern California guys. But so what was their connection? Because it seems like this was going on. And I give Kawhi a ton of credit. You don't know anything about him, and that's the way he wants it. And stuff doesn't leak about him. Like the way he kept this whole – we all thought he was going to the Lakers. The way he kept his whole decision quiet, it's unlike any superstar athlete that there is right now, right? You know everything about everybody before it happens. This guy is so comfortable in his own skin. He's not going to change just so you can get a soundbite. And he's really, really, really good.
Sometimes it's okay to be a boring guy, and that's the way he lives his life.
He's a
That's
fun
perfect.
guy.
He just walks around with a basketball and he jumps really high. Like it's Kawhi Leonard. It's fantastic.
When Kawhi left San Diego State after his second year, I think he was like 19, 20 years old. Did you know his mom moved with him to San Antonio? And he lived with his mom, and I talk about this all the time. That's a heck of a transition. And I've never done it, and I don't know any of you have ever done it. We've all moved away to college and then got out of college and started our life. But we've never left college at 19 or 20 years old and all of a sudden had millions of dollars at our disposal and we're living the NBA lifestyle with all the temptations and everything that goes with that. And that's the kind of guy Kawhi is. His mom moved with him. I believe she braided his hair back in the day. Maybe she still does. I don't know. But basically helped him transition into adulthood. And you can say whatever you want about that. But this is a guy that it's for me. Now, biased, certainly he went to the same school I did.
Homer.
But it's a pretty hard guy not to like. Like, what's there to not like about Kawhi?
There's nothing. And he's a dude that won championships. What he did in Toronto, like, gives him all the leverage to be a guy that's just not, joining a superstar and moving forward like people like to pile on the other guys in the league about. And I don't know what the connection is, and I want to read more into the piece. I saw some of the video highlights yesterday, about the Paul George interview, because Fresno State wasn't in the Mountain West.
They were in the WAC. Yeah, they were in the WAC. No, you're right. Yeah, they were in the WAC.
And Paul George was 08, 09, 09, 10 seasons in Fresno State, and then Kawhi played
later than that, 11 and 12?
It's frozen. But he played 09, 10, 10, 11.
Break. All right. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a connection there somewhere along the line. I mean, I don't believe they played on Team USA together. I whatever it is, but good for them, and then they got something going, and for the first time, LA basketball's crazy, and the Lakers have been good for many, many, many times. But what it is now with the Clippers and as legit and as good as they are.
Get an Alex Caruso mural.
How about that?
By the way, I love that Jamal Murray's on that. That's respect. They put Jamal Murray on there.
I know.
With Luka and Kawhi. I'll take that all day if I'm Jamal Murray.
And when we come back, can you tell people who Alex Caruso is, please? Because I don't think anybody anymore. As far as people are concerned, he might be starting for the Golden State Warriors. It's the opening drive, and he's not. And he's got his own mural on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club, or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one.
Still gonna have a job, right? Getting grilled. Alden didn't like it. He thinks more women are going to come out and say that he said he was going to hit me too. Charles, all right, so
just don't say stupid stuff. It's easy. It really is.
It was a bad look. Bad thing to say.
It's fine. He'll be on TNT. He's not losing his job, but it's just like those moments. Like, what are you gaining out of it?
All right, 2 things. First, I'll let people know who Alex Caruso is.
Well, Alex Caruso is the bald guy who plays for the Lakers.
And he's on a mural. There's a mural in L.A. that's got him dunking on like all these players in the
Bald
West.
white guy.
Oh, how about that? That's important, evidently.
You got to add that in because he's got the ups.
Evidently, that's important.
Because white men can't jump.
Yeah. But he can. And he's on a mural in L.A. dunking on Kawhi and Jamal Murray and
I think Luka's on it, Harden.
Yeah, basically dump down the West. There's a mural in L.A. Yeah, that's a deal. All right, so will you set the stage for me because you know the story a lot better than I do on the Charles Barkley blow up that he evidently, well, not evidently, he said something to a woman reporter that I guess he thought was off the record, but was in a media scrum. Is that right?
He's answering some questions about politics. And I guess he was being asked about, well, you said one thing, now you're saying
it was about a candidate
about
who he supported.
one of the candidates, and I want to pull up the exact comment. So I don't.
Yeah, and I'll find it for you too. They're both going really slow. He said it was a joke. He said it was an attempted joke. He said, "I don't hit women, but if I did, I would hit you." The reporter is Alexi McCammon from Axios, and Charles has issued an apology. And the context, look, Charles got away with this stuff forever, right? Charles has gotten away with saying stuff that basically unfiltered Charles. That's the charm of Charles. That's why you like Charles. That's why he's on TNT.
What, 99% of it's been about basketball?
I'll give you 92%, but yeah, yeah. Most of it's about basketball. He was asked about a political issue, and Alexi McCammon went on Twitter, and she questioned Barkley on his. It was indecisiveness, I guess, over the Democratic presidential hopefuls, right? And he said, "I don't hit women, but if I did, I would hit you." That was a quote. She objected to it. She said she felt threatened. He said she couldn't take a joke. He apologized, said it was an attempted joke that wasn't funny at all. There's no excuse for it, and I apologize, end quote. Like that, there's a line. And Charles has gotten away with that kind of stuff. And I'm going to guess Charles has said that kind of stuff before. Wouldn't you?
That's just a weird statement.
Yeah.
Like, I don't hit women, but I'd hit you. It's like, who says that? You use that during your day, Jeff? It's easy to not say something like that, even if you're frustrated or don't like a question.
Yeah.
It's just like, avoid it.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I'm not telling you it's a good look.
No,
I'm not telling you should have said
sometimes you're just like, what are you doing? It's okay to be frustrated and not like something, but when you just float things like that, it's an unnecessary thing that now you're bringing up because you sound stupid, Charles.
Yeah. Just FYI tonight, she said, Charles Barkley told me, I don't hit women, but if I did, I would hit you, and then told me it was a joke, and I felt threatened. Now she's getting threats, which is where this world goes now. Which is really, 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 it's wrong as well, right? It's horrible. But that's where this whole thing goes. She's getting online threats, according to the New York Post. People are coming after her. This is going to go, and if we open this up, and I know we're at the end of the show, if we open this up, and I know who would call on each side of this, right? I know where this would go. Because the people who would hold hard fast on, it's a joke and you can't say anything more and people are too sensitive. Is the truth somewhere in between, or was Charles just shouldn't have said this?
You just shouldn't have said it because
I
don't see where the ha-ha funny is in it.
Yeah, and in that context, especially if you know the person, all right, try your joke. If you know that person, go, if you think try it. In something like that, in a professional setting with a woman that you do not know, what's the point? Like what?
And that's what I go back to. Like, what's the point of all this?
Yeah.
Like, just saying something like that. Because even if you're friends, if one of my friends said that to my wife, I'd be so uncomfortable in that moment. Like, excuse me?
That's right.
Like, that's just not something that's common.
No, that's fair. I think that's
like,
fair.
Think about that for a second. That's not just being overly sensitive. It's like, even if someone said that, you'd be like, well, excuse me? Why is that coming out of your mouth?
I think that's very fair.
It's just don't say stupid stuff for no reason.
Yeah.
And it's not, that's who I am. It's just avoid it. If you're frustrated, you don't like
then don't be that.
Then don't say something like that.
Just don't be that. I think that's fair. We got a little news for you. Cowboys Patriots this weekend. Patriots will be without. It just came out this morning. Mohamed Sanu. He's got a leg injury, maybe out for a while, and so no Mohamed Sanu for the Patriots.
And that's tough now that Julian Edelman is their leading passer. Who's going to catch? Because we know Tom Brady can't.
Yeah.
So
their leading passer. I see what you did there. I saw that. That was cute.
Hey.
Who's going to catch passes? Oh wait, Antonio Brown apologized.
And Gronk had that major announcement, but it was about partying in Miami and not coming back.
Oh, AB. By Friday? By Saturday? By Sunday? Come on.
Sunday?
By
Ooh,
Sunday?
that's a
Oh, come on.
possibility.
Come on. Gronk.
Get that done this afternoon. Put him on a plane.
Huh?
Be
See,
there
make
for
sure
the
his feet are
walkthrough on
scraped.
Friday.
Yeah.
Your feet, Antonio.
Get his feet all good.
And out of those cryo chambers.
How about that? Yeah. And then Jerry Jones, how about, gosh, I wish we'd have hit this earlier instead of the last minute of the show, but coming out on Colin Kaepernick, calling it a circus like he had nothing to do with it. I mean, that needs to stop. We just need resolution there, one way or another, don't you think?
The resolution is
he's not
Colin Kaepernick is never going to take a snap in the NFL.
All right, I got Lobos tonight. Lobos by between 9 and 12. Is that too wide of a range? Am I like waffling there?
How about you split the difference? Lobos by 10.5.
All right. Well, and the Aggies are favored by 4.
Yes.
I got Lobos. I just think, again, and I'm happy to sit here if I'm wrong tomorrow. I just think right now Lobos are more complete and more healthy. Now, I think a big chunk of this will depend on the health and availability of Carlton Bragg, which we do not know for New Mexico yet. But if Carlton Bragg plays, I think Lobos by 9 to 12. What do you got?
I like the Lobos tonight. Closer game, I think, by 6.
Okay.
But they should be the better team even without Carlton Bragg, but it's going to be a tight contest. I still like what New Mexico has, but I think the Aggies are going to find some range. You're going to see a better performance from them as well. It's going to be a good game. And, of course, on social media, _JJ Buck, have conversations about the game,
Yeah, watch
post-game
JJ
thoughts.
during the game.
And share your thoughts with us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/theodintheam for post-game reaction. Of course, we'll use it on the show tomorrow morning.
All right. Good work. Alden, blessed by God. Enjoy your day today. Wonderful work. You back tomorrow?
No.
Nope. All right. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy Clovi and Unai and all those
One and
other
done.
places. Josue, have a great day. Wonderful
Thank
work
you.
today.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Jim Rome Show is next. The Dan Pat.
30.
Follow that. The Sports Bar is this afternoon at 3. You get NFL football tonight, Colts and Texans. And don't forget Lobos and Aggies over on News Radio, KKOB. We'll come
20.
more award-winning radio tomorrow morning. You want to begin at 7 o'clock? Does that work for you? Right on the nose at 7 a.m. All right. Go out and be good to each other, please.
10.
Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. See you tomorrow.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a